Live. We're back
Wow.
once again with another episode of Lost Legends. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Verdazin as
Noah.
We have Cross Crescent as
Iala.
We have Blackheart as
Taryc.
We have Sammi as
Mavis, Jemma, Maltori.
We have Tobias.
Cassian.
You okay there?
You okay?
I think there's food involved.
Food.
We have Markus as
Melaka.
and you have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Up on this week's recap, is it Blackheart?
Yes, it is.
It is, yes. Go for it.
Okay. So, last week on Lost Legends, the party was, well, part of the party was waken up at 6 a.m. by the bells of the Bahamut Temple ringing 6 times. Nim, being the only one of us that actually had good plans, panically started checking her bells, thinking that they were going off. Most of the party tried to stay asleep, but Cassian and Taryc and Noah ended up getting up. Cassian wanting tea, tried to move a table, only for it to fail and get Taryc to drag it over, waking up Maltori and getting a little "we should be asleep" moment from the old man. We found that someone at the temple had left a set of bread outside of the alarm spell, which brought up some questions of how did they know that there was an alarm there, since spells and such that let us see stuff like that is questionable to be cast inside of a temple like that. A little bit after that, there was some discussion by Iala when she got out to if she might learn more about her ascension, but Maltori directed her actually to Morgani, since Keeper of Secrets and other dragon things, since Bahamut's more about the adventures than the dragons. We also started discussing plans for the day. Maltori mentioning he doesn't want to stay about the temple anymore. He was thinking we should stay for a couple days till the sister arrives from...
Galen.
Wow, I apologize.
No,
Galen.
not Galen.
Again, that's the thing I did, is I wrote Galen
Oh,
down.
no.
I'm like, no, that's not right.
Oh, no.
Morden.
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 Yes. But with the bells, he doesn't want to stay here anymore. He doesn't want to be woken up this early. Noah started asking if this is because he's suffering any ill effects from being in Holy Temple, because he's beginning to be a lich. And Maltori reassures us that that is not an issue, especially for worshippers of Lysol like himself. Sorry, my glasses are not behaving. We also discuss for trying to find out where the bounties were made in town, and Nim, who came out a little later than the rest of us, asked if we're even capable of investigating something like that without just becoming very large targets as our bounties, and most likely not. We wouldn't be able to do it subtly enough to not have people start following us around. In discussions, we also came up with the probably best idea that we had. Before we do anything here, we need to get more disguises. We need to be able to all keep ourselves from being obvious as we walk around town, since we do tend to stand about. And then also shopping for magic items, so we have both sides, the mundane actual disguises and magical disguises, to kind of rely on both. Our discussion of trying to go around town was, how do we do this right now? And basically Maltori's bounty is large enough that people are going to be too dumb for their own good to try to get it if he gets spotted. So the idea was keep him with in someone's pocket, so to speak, with one of the various items we have that make them fixie brownie size and such like that. And also, how do we keep from just getting killed? And the line of constant vigilance is the best way to describe that. Keeping complete paranoia that people are constantly trying to follow us and making sure it doesn't happen. Most of the people who are going to be looking for us and know what they're doing are expecting us probably to try to get off Melody, and unfortunately we're in a port town where that would be the easiest way to do. Also, we're surrounded by a bunch of acolytes who, while some are here actually being pious, some are probably shoved here by their families and whatnot, and might see a quick buck in turning us into someone who can collect the bounty like a group of adventurers. So we start setting up our disguises, and Noah, unfortunately, decided to put on one of the rings and became
Gender incarnate.
super gender is what I put, but I wasn't sure I wanted to say that, but I will after you said that. Unfortunately, also became a permanent curse. So after taking off the ring, they didn't change back to their normal mothy self. And Cassian, after a second, 2 attempts, was able to actually move the curse after we waited, and the bells, the 7 o'clock bells, rang in the church, and we all found ourselves attuned to the 7 bells. Perfect timing, one would say, or unperfect. Says Taryc's bell started to ring, signaling it needed to be fed. We started to all discuss what each of the bells did. Some people more impressed by theirs than others, some wanting more bells as per the bell that they carried. With the discussions, Cassian, before, actually, I take that back, I flipped that, I apologize. After that happened was when the curse was removed, after Cassian made sure Noah wanted it, because Bell of Lust and super gender is probably going to help feed that. Melaka, after the discussion between the party, Melaka excuses herself because she had to go and actually finally become an adventurer like the rest of us, because if this continues and we're able to get out of it, it's probably for the best. When Taryc explains her bell is ringing, there's discussion of finding a underground fighting ring to help fuel that, because it's easier than just running up and randomly punching the heck out of strangers in the middle of the street for us not getting in trouble. There's also some questions about who exactly is carrying the bells, and such as should Taryc carry it, or should Taryc swap that out and take the gluttony bell from Nim. The overall decision, Taryc is going to keep the bell, but will possibly trade it off if it gets too heavy to hold, so to speak. We headed out to go do some shopping, get our disguises, and Noah, being the eagle-eyed little moth that they are, noticed we were being tailed, and was able to use their new powers with the bell to catch them and get them over to us. We found out they were a gold adventurer named Roger Kendar, that one of the acolytes had come into the guild looking for wanted posters and kind of gave away that we were being sheltered at the temple. The Kendar basically said he looked for the weirdest people to be coming out of the guild, which even with our disguises fits us pretty well. In the discussions, Noah did cast a Gaius, right? Or no, Gaius. Gaius is how you pronounce it.
Geese.
Geese on the adventurer and told him, "You are working for us now," and then told him very shortly after, "Forget about us," and he did just that, walked away without listening to any of us.
I still have problems with that. I will go into that later.
It is probably actually for the best, because he doesn't now have the ability to say that he saw us to anybody. But Kalela did get sent after him just to keep an eye on him and see if he met any other adventurers, since he did say he was working alone, and we didn't quite believe it. We went to Maltori's suggestion for a magic stop, the Morporium. I'm not saying the line. And yes, I wrote that in there. We were greeted by a gold dragonborn who floated down in the stereotypical wizards, but with great showmanship, as he directed us to browse his wares, and also showed us some of his inventions, such as the non-lethal sword and the floating cart and such, some of which were purchased. His invisible wand, a very actually good invention, was stolen by Iala, unbeknownst to him, because he couldn't see it because it's invisible. Cassian and Nim actually did do some custom enchantments. Nim to try to play off as a second to Maltori to confuse our enemies, and Cassian to become a furry.
I am.
I also
Yes.
ended up adding a null ring onto that post-session after you.
Oh, was that a custom one? Okay.
Yeah, I have a
thought that
custom
was
ring.
base one.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure they didn't have a null base one, so I just assumed it's a custom. So.
No problem. So yeah, two furries. Coming from the null, yes. As we were heading out, Nim mentioned she wished she
My
knew
girlfriend has some geeks, okay?
who Rick Bill served, which deity, and it was brought up, well, why don't you just contact him? Which she did. The questions were, who does he serve? And we found out he's Mirus Angel, so we're going to the right church to give a little prayer to him properly. Did he know if Torinfell was in town, which he did not? Who created our bounty? Did he know who created his bounties? And a secondary question, could he tell us who? Yes, he did know he couldn't tell us, but Nim then did, is there a way you could give us a hint or something to direct us to? And it was a maybe. As that was finished, we had a poor gentleman walking by who suddenly stumbled, fell, dropped all of his groceries, and a bag of beans fell out and miraculously scattered out, spelling the word Turban Delara.
That was Tebin.
Tebin.
Right? That was Tebin? Okay, I wrote the wrong name down then on my notes. I will fix that. I'll flip over to fix that. Tebin Delara.
It also had in a relief of beans, the face of Taryc, also known as Dragon Jesus.
Wow. Oh, actually, never mind. I did write Tebin. I just wrote my E as it looked like an R attached to it. And we helped him up, gathered up his groceries so there wouldn't be an quite obvious word spelled out in it. And Taryc, just to kind of get him going a little faster, as he was complaining about the pains, and he used a charge of my armor to heal him so he wasn't quite as vocal. And that's where we left off, heading towards the nearest church.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, take your bonus inspiration. Everybody make sure to refresh your inspirations. And we are going to pick up with Melaka.
Hello.
Melaka, you are exiting the Adventurers Guild. Registration was fairly painless. You had to pay a small due, and they did put you through a little combat test. It wasn't bad. You've come away with a couple of bruises, some aches, but all in all, painless experience. And it's now wandering the streets. How do you want to go about finding your party?
Too many smells to find them.
what did they say? They were going to go to a magic store. She looks around for like somebody who's mingling or around the guild hall.
I mean, you're in the central hall right now. There is a secretary there.
Hello.
Hmm.
I have a question.
It's about your registration.
No, I need to find those that I have been employed for, and they said they were buying magical items. Is there a general place where that can be done?
A general place. I mean, some trades done in here in the halls. Fresh halls. We have a bidding system, but you could try there. Otherwise, there's a few private dealers scattered throughout the city. A couple of set-up stores for minor trinkets and services. What are they looking for? I could direct you.
They were looking.
Oh, wait. Is this a party? Your adventuring party?
Yes. Yes, it is.
We should make a notation on your application here. What's the party's name?
I don't believe I've ever been told.
Oh.
Actually.
New to them?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have been recently hired, and I was previously working as a general mercenary, and they said since they're going to be adventuring more, they needed me to register.
Yes.
Yes.
A sensible decision. Well, I can point you to a few stores.
Temple of Miris.
Miris?
Yes, they were going to go there at some point in the day.
Oh, well, do you know which temple?
No.
Minor,
Temple
major.
Mirrors, I just said.
Most gods have multiple shrines and temples in the city.
One's close to a magic store.
He seems like this small was he halfling or a gnome? I can't remember.
I think you've established. You can choose right now.
I mean, it was established in session
Absolutely.
1.
Oh.
It was established in session 1.
Oh shit! Is this BD Dimsdale?
Yeah, it is Dimsdale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's a
Dimsdale.
gnome, I believe.
It's a gnome. Yeah. He seems to sort of pause as he's trying to think. Oh yes, the old Moporium. I haven't been there since his owner passed, but it's still open. The apprentice took over. It's near it.
Maporian. And a Miris
No,
temple's near it.
Yes, the Moporium is. Oh God, these directions. Okay. I need you to make me an intelligence check to retain the directions.
She's just growling at him when he starts listing things off.
That's pretty good.
Hey!
You have to have him sort of repeat a couple of things, but you think you've got it. And he just goes, well, yeah, good luck to you then, young miss.
She scratches her scales on her head. Right. Okay. I need to go now. Thank you, Dimsdale. Yes.
Yes. He smiles, and as you go to leave, your eyes actually catch the quest board, as it is. A bunch of postings on it, but notably, there's a few things that have been sort of like overlaid them, but they're not obscured entirely. There are some wanted posters.
How do they pretty much look like the stuff that we saw at Galen, right? Right.
Exactly like you saw at Galen.
She pauses and looks up at them, or looks down.
There
at
are
them.
also wanted posters that aren't just for your party, but none with bounties quite so large.
Has there been a lot of interest with these? They seem to be overlaid everything.
He sort of glances up, leans over his desk to take a look, and goes,
She
"Oh,
taps a talon on him.
yeah, lots of interest. Gold value is that high, of course. Every person thinks that they can do that. You ask me, it's a waste of time, but yes, interest.
She kind of lifts one of them up to see what's underneath it.
Have you seen my cart? Reward 2 copper pieces."
Still better than 2 copper pieces for a dragon.
Right?
I'll
Cart
have you know,
missing.
it was
Isn't that
6
more
gold
of a
pieces.
god's problem than an adventurer's?
Yes, but if somebody comes in here wanting to post and offer a reward, he just rolls his shoulders.
Okay, she kind of just haphazardly kind of lifts up some of the other ones.
Bunch of
looking
generic.
at the wanted posters, but then like, and then looking at some of the underneath ones. Just generic stuff.
Yep, very generic ass quests. Rats in my basement help. I need 10 mushrooms. Stuff like that.
The basement's in
I
the
push
rats.
harder.
Can you get 10 bear butts?
Bear butts.
Can someone clear out the dead bodies of all these adventurers that came to kill my rats?
Why are the rats so big?
Oh, wait a minute. They're
wow.
dogs.
Very well fed.
I'm sure my group has missions that they are more in level with than this. I bid you a good rest of your day.
He just sort of gives you a wave
Directions.
with a hand that's like holding a quill. He's already busying himself.
Yeah, she saunters off.
Yep, you start making your way, and
That
serendipitously,
stupid door.
the time it takes you is about the time that, yes, your party is approaching the temple. You all see Melaka coming out of like an intersecting street.
Where this way?
And Melaka actually turns
Great,
their back
'cause
to you
there's so many
and is heading towards the
very
temple.
different disguises.
Yeah, not recognizing most of you.
Melaka.
Ah. Oh.
She does know what I look like because she's seen me in the human form, so.
Oh, you found Geises. Good.
Just
Interesting
making sure
choice.
Just making sure to mix them up every day. Should have probably told you that.
Speaking of
Uh,
which, those of us that are using things like Water Self perhaps will want to slip into an alleyway to renew.
Yes, let's do that.
Right, yeah, you can slip away
Vim's
briefly.
just going to slide into Maltori's pocket because he can only disguise himself once a day, and then she's done.
Maltori is going to recast Water Self because it only lasts an hour.
Yeah, same thing with disguise, actually.
Maltori also did put in a custom order ring for himself.
Someone should have bought a how to
Wow.
disguise.
While they're doing that, she kind of leans on the corner of the building, just keeping a watch out for the passersby, and she talks to the side. Your likenesses are posted all over the Adventuring Guild, and they do gather interest. There's nothing really of equal value to what's being offered currently.
Oh, we know that. We've already had a run-in with somebody seeking that bounty.
Oh,
We've cleared that up, so...
Good.
Melaka, do you have any healing potions?
Yes. Her tail kind of thumps against the building a bit. I do.
Okay, I picked up another one
Do you-
over at the Morporium, so I was going to offer
Oh,
one if you were low on them.
no, I have 3. They are free for those who need them.
You should hold on to them and administer them in times of need, I think.
Yes, right.
Right.
This is going to be most of your times at a, I say Laurelian. Culture's diverging a bit here, but it's essentially Laurelian Mirror's Temple, right?
Yes, I stayed more around Mayuri Temple for.
And you're a coastal
obvious.
girl.
Yes.
Oh.
My tribe was on the coast. The Miras. People would cry out the Miras when they pulled a prank or something like that.
He is pointing ahead, and you can all see kind of a rather humble temple. Humble to the extent that, like, it's a lot of temples you see have spaces around them, big courtyards, wide open areas, respect to the gods, right? This feels more like a small chapel that is basically just sequestered amongst buildings. There are, in fact, buildings built up right against it. It's rather quaint looking. It's small. He just sort of gestures it and goes, "Oh, here you go."
That's a very mysterious looking temple. I bet you it's full of all sorts of secrets.
Well, go ahead.
Is this what a Maori temple nice?
Miris?
No, Miris temple.
Yes.
Is
That
this what
confused the two.
Is
No,
this what Miris temples normally look like?
Miris temples are quite varied.
There's
In Huli, they just have altars. They are not temples on their own, but in Tuli, most of the gods do not get to have their own temple.
Melaka keeps looking at Maltori.
Maltori looks like he normally does, just somewhat tired. Mostly like.
He doesn't look like the handsome young self anymore.
No, I mean expression-wise.
Okay.
He's Gay's just like looking over the group of you as you're approaching the temple. Chapel doors do seem to be closed, but he sort of gestures at the little steps leading up to it and goes, "Right, go on, in you go, have fun with the clowns."
you're going
not
to be
coming.
safe out here.
I might come in.
Might come in. Why not go?
Because Mirror's people are very irritating.
Well, don't interact with
What?
me.
It's true.
It's fun though.
I know, which is why we're here. So have a good time. Go on in.
I can't go in, Papa. My spells are out. It's okay. I'll keep you company.
No, you're the fucking reason we're here, Nim. You're going in.
Melaka will reach down.
He's sternly taking you out of his pocket.
Do you still want to hide?
You don't have much in the way of things to hide in.
I have a pouch.
I have the ability to go invisible. I'll do that instead. And Nim's going to clamber down, get into Maltori's shadow, and just go invisible.
Okay. Nim. Oh no. He suddenly looks very scared to move his feet. Okay. Well,
I think it's fine.
Nim, are you? Where are you? Are you on somebody? Nim.
I am riding my invisible hand. It's okay. I'm in the air.
That's fucking wild.
No. God.
That's
Invisible
wild,
Nim,
girl. I
invisible
love
man.
it.
I got an invisible jet, motherfuckers. I am Wonder Girl.
Okay, everybody be aware of the invisible orbiting Mavis. Somebody go on, open the door.
Why
Go
you?
on up and open the door.
All right, you go up to the door. Grab the door handle. Doesn't budge. Doesn't even rattle.
Open, please.
Cassian's going to knock.
Just the very, very solid thump of wood.
I think I
I'm just
saw.
gonna try walking through the door.
Okay, how confident are you about walking through the door?
You know, fuck it. Pardon the for language.
Full send?
Taryc. Yeah.
All right, Taryc, you visualize yourself walking through the door. You are going to go through that door, and you take a point of bludgeoning damage as you smack into an incredibly solid surface.
Nim's going
No,
to circle around the building on her invisible flying hand.
All right. You start flying around.
Maltori doesn't like this.
Maltori's just watching the shenanigans go on as you sort of fly around.
Nim is going on the assumption that she thinks that maybe there's an entrance through the other buildings into this building, so
Yeah,
that's what she's
perception check.
investigating. Yeah.
I think I get it now.
What do you get, Noah?
That the reason why this is so simple because this entire thing is just one big gag.
Nim? You don't see an entrance, but you do realize something. There aren't entrances on these humble buildings built beside this temple. They've got windows and so on. Looks at a glance, it looks like
But
normal
there's no
buildings.
real doors.
There's no doors.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there
But as you go around the
chimney
corner,
or anything?
no, there's plenty of chimneys. They are made to look like their own little independent homes. But as you round a corner, you will then spot, there's an entranceway there. It looks like just a normal building door, but you see someone coming out, tucking a holy emblem into their shirt.
Alright, Nim's going to land on the ground, and then she's going to, because like I said, this 60 feet away, I said the hand around the corner, have it go visible and start waving, and then pointing this way,
Everybody-
like thumb jabbing this direction around the corner.
Everybody, what does your mage hand look like?
It is going to be blue.
Blue?
It'll be a blue spectral hand.
Blue
Yeah.
spectral hand. Okay. All right, you will see a blue spectral hand gesturing.
Melaka
what's
has
that?
a foot on the wall and is pulling on the door handle.
Okay.
Yes, that is probably Mavis. Remember, she mentioned she was
What?
copying the hand.
It must be over there. Before we go, where does someone take a peek through, the little crack in the door frame?
Oh, why?
I
Is she
can't
going
get
to
that
spray-
low.
is it
Well,
going to
low.
spray, like,
It's all
water?
around.
Why
I'll
don't you
check.
have the best eyes?
You start examining around the door frame, and there isn't a gap to look into. This is attached.
Door.
It's not technically painted, but it is just a door on a wall.
This isn't going to work, Melaka. This is just a wall.
The invisible hand's going to start snapping its fingers
Uh,
and
uh,
jab-
Hold on, your mom.
Right.
like impatiently.
But I can. Can we not just break down the
No.
wall? But that would be destruction of property. That's probably frowned upon.
Weren't you cursed once
Maltori's
for
walking around to join you,
desecrating-
Nib.
You know,
Where are you
walking
going?
Where
towards
the
the
magical
hand.
gesturing hand is telling us to go. Maybe this is
This is
communicating as a true wizard should.
So, Maltori, do you think they'd be upset if I made that into a real door?
No, I don't. I don't know who's in charge here or what these people are like, so I can't answer. But
You
Don't-
know,
Isn't one of our party members already in trouble for desecrating some sort of holy place? Pointing at Melaka.
What? What am I?
don't believe?
No.
Mavis, where are you?
How did I
Mavis is-
desecrate a holy place? I am literally an acolyte of a Minerian chapel.
Mavis is casting Mage Hand, which makes her go visible, so Maltori can see her now because I was came into the alleyway. And then Nim's Mage Hand is going to go join the Spectral Hand, which the Mage Hand is just probably
Oh
whatever
God!
Mage Hands look like, and it's going to start slow clapping together.
Oh no, you're not allowed to have that power. That's not good.
Don't just dispel them.
No, let's
I
not
think they're
do that.
passed From two different things.
No, the reason I ask is one of those patches from that new robe is a door, and my understanding is those make an actual door through a wall.
Listen, I know some
that's-
Mirror worshippers that appreciate the joke at that. I also know some that would be very annoyed that you've disrupted their sanctity. So
Then I
It's-
will
Knock
leave.
lightly on the door with the Mage Hand and start pulling the door open with the other hand.
you-
Got the Sloth Hand and the Mage Hand working in concert.
you pull it open, and once the door's open, there is no attempt to disguise the interior of this building. You actually pull the door open, and you see that like these aren't all a bunch of separate buildings gathered up together. This is one giant hall. you can see holy icons of
Feigns like this is a surprise to her after knowing full well from looking around the building.
there's holy icons of Miris. There aren't pews in here. There's more gatherings of chairs that look like they can be moved around. You see that instead of like the usual sort of lectern, it actually appears to be a stage. Nothing on it right now, but there's a large stage, curtains drawn at the back.
Tables set up
Don't you
with
think
chairs
her-
around them.
Then
God,
so we
it's a
use
comedy hall.
her mage hand and her sloth hand to briefly do finger guns, and then make the sloth hand go invisible and dismiss the mage.
You guys are able to filter in. Immediately, you'll see there is a couple of people off to the side. They look like they're talking over like some felon one of them's holding. Just talking to each other. They glance up at you, give you a nod, but otherwise seem to ignore you. And towards the back near the stage, you see there is somebody sitting on the stage wearing what might be holy vestments, but it looks oh so casual. These sort of black, less robes, more just draped shirt and like almost skirt-like pants. Like it's two pant legs, but they sort of come together, give the impression of a skirt.
Do they have a pair of black spectacles?
A pair of black spectacles, a little beret. No, they don't have those. But you feel like they should. But it's this.
In the right country, they would.
It's just this dark brown verging on black head woman. She's got it pulled up into a sort of bun at the back right now. But she's actually talking to a couple of children rather enthusiastically. After she actually sees you come in, puts her hand up as if like I'll be with you in a moment. Finishes her little conversation after a minute, and the two kids sort of like start running towards the entrance. They stop when they see you, gawping at the disguised but still odd group of adventurers.
Not disguised.
Yes, this is an odd group of adventurers. You hear this lady just go on home, and the kids then will move past you as she comes walking up. She goes, "I'm sorry for the wait. You're interesting lot."
Interesting entrance.
Oh,
Your door.
I thought this was really cool.
it's a little tradition. Most Miris temples will have a false entrance. Some of them will just have a still quite obvious standard entrance on the side or something, but you have to have the false facade.
Of
A
course.
bit of fun.
Speaking of false facades, we're a traveling group, and we are interested in trying our hand at a bit more performance-y stuff. And Nim is going to manifest the two hands again and take out a deck of cards and start shuffling them. I want to do some stage magician-y stuff. Pick a card, that kind of thing.
Delightful.
But I was thinking that it would be good to dress up a bit, costume, masks, and maybe some makeups. Make a bit of a show of it.
She's just gonna.
You're lying to a Miris priestess.
I know, that is the highest form of flattery.
That is the flattery in itself.
I am
yes.
shaking their hand right now.
She's. This is less targeted at you, Nim, despite you spinning it out. She's just sort of appraising the group of you, and she just smiles and just goes, "Oh, traveling theatre troupe."
Oh, hell no, we're all a bunch of adventure types. I just want to start doing something fun on the side, and they're having to humor me.
Oh, come now, you've got to keep up the facade a little more. But yes, you're wanting to learn for a side gig or to help you in your endeavors.
I think they want to learn for their endeavors. I want to use it for my side gig. I was thinking like something kind of sparkly, maybe have a big flowy cape,
Maybe a little bit of both.
Showmanship, I do appreciate it. Well,
We were at a magic shop earlier, and this mage did this thing where he just like levitated down from this thing, and it was like, "Wah!" And I want to do that.
Well, depending on what you're after,
It was overly showy.
if you already have know-how and are just needing supplies, we do source our things from a couple of very reliable shops. If you're wanting lessons, we, of course, on Mere Day, tends to be before and after sermon, different types of things. We offer lessons, whether you want to engage in theatre, juggling, any form of performance. We run different workshops each week.
Oh, that sounds
out of-
really exciting.
What day of the
But-
week is it today? By the way, just so we have a rough idea. Of
One
of
second. Oh no, we're gonna have to define this now.
Yep.
Yeah, started tracking days.
You
We-
brought up the day of the week, so
We are on Tell Day.
No.
Oh,
Aha.
a giant dig until day. Ah, crap! Now I have to
The
find.
cursed day of the week.
Now I have to find the old calendar so I remember.
It's the most serious day of the week.
Yeah,
Most
that's
snarky day of the week.
It's the most lawful day of the week.
It used to be the most lawful day
At
of the
midday
Mm.
would be tomorrow,
Okay.
which I'm
No,
just gonna do
What
a quick
workshops would they?
type for people. The days of the
Thank
week
you.
are Midday, Tell Day, Midday, 10 Day. We're renaming this one. Midday. Here you
Naming
go.
one.
All day is no longer appropriate.
yeah.
Hmm.
A certain god went a little bit.
Well, you are having a workshop tomorrow, then, yes? What would it be?
Tomorrow we have spoken word in the morning. Just getting people used to reciting in front of a crowd. Those that want to be orators and so on. After morning sermon, we'll be holding a makeup class for those that are looking to either do their own things for their own performances or offer more supportive behind the scenes, for actors. And then later on in the evening, improv.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I look over at everybody with sad eyes.
That
Mavis,
does sound
darling,
kind of
you
fun.
are more than welcome to attend these.
Are her
Yay!
eyes bigger than normal?
They
was
swell.
hoping
Glimmering.
I was hoping for maybe a more dance-oriented, but that seems good.
No, if dance is what you're after, these are just the classes we hold. A bunch of the groups do things throughout the week, of course. Although the official dance classes will be in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks.
Yes. But if you express an interest in dance to people tomorrow at that service, I'm sure a bunch would be willing to meet up and help. There is a degree of informality outside of the structure. This is
Hey,
a
if
creative
we-
space to be used.
If we are coming to here, I may approach on that matter. Orator is problematic because of my slower vernacular.
Of course. However, she's sort of looking over the group of you again. She's going to get another one of these after that conversation. She just goes, tell me, adventurers, you said, what kind?
Oh, the type that are super mysterious. Never share what they're up to.
Nim.
I
Can-
didn't know there were types.
Of course there's types. You have those that are operating mainly within cities, just going around helping people, running errands, mostly operate off of the bounty boards and so on. You've got those that like to venture out seeking gold and glory, foolhardy, brave, but yes. Then you've got the just general do-gooders. Don't really care about the quests so much, just going around aiding where need be. You've got those that are in it for themselves, seeking power and glory. You've got all kinds.
Oh.
There's even adventurers that adventure because they can't get any other kind of work.
Wonder what type We are actually now thinking about it. Kind of fall into a couple of those categories. Nora kind of starts wondering to themselves about what the heck their party actually is.
I have
Um,
a feeling
the-
we're kind of a mixed bag of those, to be honest.
they are. They're just pulling things out of their pockets. Just like very idly, like you see jugglers practicing to themselves just randomly. She's just
Yes,
tossing.
bloody annoying.
Yeah, she's just tossing things. Very not doing big throws, just like tumbling in her hands.
Nim has rapt attention to this. She is every once in a while trying to mimic the hand motion a little bit.
And she's just sort of nods a little bit and goes, "Not sure what you are." And she's going to toss this little red softball to Melaka.
Yeah.
You catch it?
Yep.
All right.
Do
You
I have
catch
to
it.
roll for it? I'm quite quick.
Give me an acrobatics. It was very easy DC.
Okay.
We're gonna call this an 8. Yeah, you catch it very smoothly out of the air.
Flip.
And she just nods, and she then goes, "But I mean, if you figure out what you are, I could offer more aid." And she's going to toss this little blue ball to you, Taryc.
Same thing.
Yep.
Oh.
DC 8. You catch it. Just it tumbles like you have to do the two hand.
Does it bounce off your bounce off your arm?
And Taryc, even as she's then tossing the next ball to Iala, which if Iala, do you want to give me a roll to catch this green ball?
Sure.
red ball?
Yeah, I'm looking. Wow, she's really just moving down the line of people who.
Wow.
Oh my, barely.
Yeah.
It's also just barely.
Okay,
Sucks you-
like I said,
sucks you
she's
right in the
doing this
breast.
enough in quick succession that it's catching you off guard.
Iala wasn't even really paying attention. She was looking around the room. And,
To the fact
Suddenly a
that
ball comes at your face.
Taryc, when you catch the ball, it suddenly shifts hue to black. And Iala, when you catch the ball, your disguise flickers briefly.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
And she just smiles and like continues juggling the free ball she's got left, and sort of like goes, just establishing what you need.
It's red.
I'm gonna toss mine to Saeed. I want to make a roll of Saeed and see how badly he catches it.
Delayed dog.
Okay, you toss it to Saeed.
Just make a dex check to see if he catches it.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, come on,
No, don't
Saeed.
feed that to Saeed.
Right, he catches it and it's gone. She actually pauses in her juggling, staring down at Saeed, and just goes, "Yeah, I deserve that, maybe."
Why did you feed that to Saeed?
Would you toss those back to me before they get eaten, please?
Are these
Didn't
magical?
expect him to eat it.
Oh no.
We're gonna leave
Give it
that.
back.
Yeah, yes.
Give it back.
Magical,
Checking on Saeed's
more
out.
defined, though.
Gonna-
Oh.
You could say
Check
blessed.
Saeed.
Sad
Gonna-
noise.
Gonna open Saeed's mouth. The whole.
He unfortunately he lets you open his mouth, which tells you already that it's gone.
Yeah. Gonna make sure he's doing okay now.
Iala
Okay,
tosses it back.
Which
we'll squeeze the ball a couple
you're
times.
not in disguise.
Huh?
You're not in disguise.
I am not.
I'm not in
How-
disguise either because I didn't have anything.
How
left.
many of you are?
Enough.
I found them out.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, don't drop them.
Keep. Uh-huh.
This is fun, and don't tell me anything. But if you're particularly interested, after midnight we do hold basement classes.
What are basement classes?
Handy skills. The other side of the Lightbringer.
Oh.
Is that
Oh, I go to
tomorrow
basement
as well,
classes,
or is that tonight?
Each night. and
8 nights.
you'd be welcome.
So
They're not secret or anything, just, it's fun to have an air of mysteriousness about learning to lie, learning to sneak, and all that sort of thing.
Melaka is like looking at the rest of the party, seeing if she can throw the ball to them, because she was told to throw it back and then to hold on to it, not to drop it. So
she's sort of like gesturing, like, give me the ball.
Oh, she would throw the ball.
Yeah, she'll catch it deftly. And Iala, she's sort of giving you that, like, hand of give.
And it is still a magic item, because just because it's divine magic,
It is a magic item.
I thought you gave it to me.
Don't worry, I'll get it back. And she just pockets the rest of the balls. And
It's just gonna vanish out of your pocket.
One is gone forever.
Is it alright if I use your altar really quick? I just wanted to pray to the Lightbringer and such, and I think my friend wanted to do your purchases.
okay, so private prayer or rated?
I mean, I don't care if anybody hears
Well,
me.
if you want to take the stage, take the stage. If this is more between you and the Lord of Light, then she sort of gestures away, and you do actually see there is like a smaller altar, like that is deliberately like recessed into shadows. It's very dramatic.
The Lord of Light likes performances.
Of course,
Oh,
he appreciates a performance, and he appreciates the quiet subterfuge.
okay. I'm just gonna go clamber over to the stage, and she's going to take out her guitar.
Okay, all right, you can do a little song prayer.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little song prayer.
Give me a
I'll do little
performance
song
check.
prayer. Hey, I get advantage because I'm proficient with my 2.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
21.
That's not
All
too
right.
bad.
Yeah, you're able to do your prayer. What's the contents of your prayer, Nim?
Rick will really, really, really cool.
So that's praise for Rick Beale.
Great.
It's a tribute. It's a tribute to Rick Beale, and also that she likes the mystery and the
Make it rhyme.
the fun.
Uh,
I'm not writing the lyrics for this. I'm just like, yeah.
yeah.
Come on, you
no,
did it.
I didn't. No. I only asked for the content. I'm not going to put someone on the
Yeah, I know.
spot like that.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
it's very much you're my inspiration, Rick. Beale.
Okay.
You're the meaning in my life.
Yeah, there's actually some polite applause from her and the two that were off to the side going over what looked like to be notes.
I know you'll never give me up, and I know you'll never let me down.
And she goes, "Oh, so someone who follows the angel of child actors.
What is a child actor?
You need children in performances. There's those that learn from a young age to perform." He's also known as the messenger. He's got a few roles, but here we pay respects to such a being for his role in the arts.
Well, I think
Oh,
they
that's-
are pretty amazing.
Nice to hear. A relatively unknown one of Miris's angels, but nice performance as well. You should seriously, you should come tomorrow.
Well, if we're able to.
Also, you mentioned purchases. What do you mean purchases? You're looking to buy something here?
What, you said that you sold the makeups and stuff.
No,
or do you
we
not?
acquire our makeup.
Oh, you
from-
source it, and
Yes,
I
we source it.
misunderstood. I thought that meant you
Oh,
also
no,
were
if-
a source of it.
I mean, if you
Okay.
need some immediately, we do have makeup to use.
I think
do
we're
you know a
good.
good place maybe to get wigs?
Wigs, yes, indeed. There's a couple of people we use. One's very good with. She pauses and just goes, more fanciful, showy performance. If you're looking for something more natural, though, I'd suggest somebody else. Here, I'll give you both addresses. You can, and
That would be lovely. Thank you so much. And
uh,
I'm going to put the gold piece in the offering bowl if there is one. So.
yeah, there is, and she raises an eyebrow and just sort of inclines her head as if like, yep, that's what adventurers do.
I want to go. On my way here from Tuli, there was a Mirror's priest, and they were very kind to me, and I wish I could have done more. And this is a chance for me.
Well, I'm glad that they made such a positive impression on you. And she's actually picking up a piece of slate, a bit of chalk. You see, there's a few of these like sort of slats laying around, and she's just like scratching onto it. Right, dresses for Lois. Anything else you're needing? We've got good costumers. We mainly make a lot of stuff in house, but every now and then, time press project. There's a couple of people that I go to. We'll give you those as well. She sort of scratches that down.
Please. Out of character because I got halfway through and what was the day for the basement?
They do basement classes every day after midnight.
Every day. It was okay.
Yeah.
I thought I heard that's where I was like, it doesn't match
Every day
days.
after midnight. Yeah.
Every day. Okay.
And she goes, makeup. You want makeup?
Yes, makeup would be good.
Okay. Depending on what you want, there's a few places. And she just scratches more. Actually, has to sort of turn the slate over, go on the back, and she then just sort of like she'll offer it out to Taryc.
Thank you. Take it.
Names. What do you like to be known as? It doesn't have to be real.
Mavis.
Mavis.
Malaka.
Melaka.
Hoenn.
Hoenn. Bob.
Is that Iala? Bob. Bob.
No, that
Was that Maltori?
Yeah,
Bob.
yeah. Maltori says Bob.
Talia.
Talia.
Rowena.
Rowena. Okay.
I didn't actually think of names.
What about
What was Noah? What did you say?
Hoenn.
Owen.
Hoenn. Oh, Hoenn. Okay. Hoenn's.
and what about you, Big Fluffy? Actually, you're not a gnoll right now. You're a human.
No, I was just saying.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
actually said that, it would be all kinds. of
Actually,
questions.
big
Well,
fluffy means the huge chest.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, there's yeah. Liliana.
Liliana. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure some of those are real.
Sorry. Iala, what was yours?
Oh, yeah.
She used her last name, I believe, didn't she?
Talia.
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 Okay.
And she just goes, you can call me Beatrice.
Beatrice, I like that name.
Thank you.
Well,
Beatrice.
I think we will maybe come by some other time. I don't want to press my friend's time here too much.
Oh.
Past everybody else.
You're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
This does sound rather fun. Since we have a few days to spare, we might as well do something worthwhile.
Oh,
there was rats that needed to be captured at a certain building as well.
before you go, she's actually going to sort of move back towards the stage. She grabs from understage storage this sort of little box, and she's just going to start handing out to each of you mirror's holy symbols that look like they're just made of like twine and glitter and just like scraps of stuff.
Oh, thank you so much. This is very beautiful. And then we'll immediately wear it.
The kids make them. I think they're very nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
very nice.
Thank
It
you.
is fun.
Oh,
No, it
I
takes
was
one.
going to ask.
that is very lovely.
Oh, no, I was going to ask if the kids had made these.
Oh yes, they're not they're a little wonky, some of them, but I think they're more beautiful for it.
It adds to it.
Melaka ties it off to her
Look, my
belt.
eye has teeth.
What?
Yes, how fierce.
My
Um,
mirror's eye has teeth.
if you're interested, we also do have a sizable brownie community that's quite devout. If you ever want to meet them.
Interesting.
Do they perform any different services than here? I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to.
Yes, they have an entire choir.
Oh wow.
Quite good.
That sounds really amazing.
You want close seats, though.
I can imagine.
They only made a way to amplify the sound for all of them at once.
For the life of me, I cannot spell choir. Fuck.
CHOIR.
CH, yeah, fucking hell.
Everyone helped you.
I know. I was like,
Village.
oh.
There will be a few of them here tomorrow, I'm sure. I know one of them will be here for midnight, though, so she just sort of like spreads her hands.
We will see what happens.
Yes. Well then, blessings of
Lord,
light
light
upon
be
you.
with you.
Yes.
Let's see the light up.
Rowena looks over at the priestess. Their name doesn't happen to be Miller, does it?
Miller? No.
Okay.
That's a long way for Miller to go.
It's Miller, though.
Mm.
Sounds
The world
important.
has, the world has more than just like one brownie in it.
Doesn't
Quite
she
a few
just
more.
Doesn't she just manifest out of the ether at some points? Wasn't
Yeah,
she
that's
talking
what I'm
about?
afraid of.
Right.
I am going now. Thank you very much. And I'm
I
going
was just saying,
to
Taryc,
get
She-
on Nami and
start
start
walking.
walking.
She just gives a sort of amused wave as you start to filter out.
Melaka will turn when she said kind of forgetful, but she will turn and give a bow. Blessings to the mother.
Thank you.
And she kind of looks at the child holy symbol again. She's very appreciative of children's works.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're able to take your little gifts out. You have a slate full of addresses. There's like little notations of what they're for beside them. Got the addresses of various makeup merchants that are apparently reliable. A couple of what's the term for a wiggier?
Shop.
There's an actual
Uh,
term.
Yeah.
There is.
A
Yes,
wigstress.
there is.
Periquia. I can't pronounce it.
Weird.
Oh, it was at the edge of my tongue.
I'm not sure.
When I looked it up online, it just came up with wig maker, so I don't know. Yeah.
If you're a commoner that does not know the good French words, I guess.
Well, I
It
don't.
must be
I
a
don't.
European thing.
I
Yes,
don't do
basically.
French words, but Perrier or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
You might notice that a lot of things we use French terms for.
Do we want to make inroads on this, or are you satisfied with what you have for today? I appreciate everybody tolerating me wanting to go to Mirror's Temple. I've always, if I hadn't been a Bahamut worshipper, I think I would have been a Mirror's worshipper.
It sounds like it could be fun to show up tomorrow.
Or tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
tonight,
was gonna
yes.
say the after midnight one sounded a little bit more interesting.
Yes,
For me.
children,
like
while
symbol.
I find the actor side of Mirrors a little tiresome, there are very handy skills to be had.
Yes.
It's very practical.
So,
Very bluntly
tonight-
advertising them, though.
So tonight, then, we come back.
Yeah,
I'm
I
thinking of
suppose so.
paying a visit.
But I wonder if it's a catch-22. Like, say, it is a class on lying, and they're lying when it's going on. Maybe it's a.
Either way, I'm going to be asleep at that hour, so that'll be your own little escapade. You'll forgive me.
I will say my one concern would be is if everybody knows that they have a midnight training class, that means that the guards and stuff probably watch who goes in and out.
As a point.
Well,
Especially
you'll
since they're learning all the bad things, right?
You do all have disguises now.
How do they pay attention to those going into a mirror's church? So, like,
Carefully.
Watch
wearing
the
weird
door?
stuff.
Frankly, I'm
Very-
sure most people know about this entrance.
Yes.
Yeah. So wearing something strange or different wouldn't be that out of place?
I think that means perhaps you'll want to get some makeup and wigs first.
Yes.
I can do with some.
Or it's midnight. I
More-
mean, surely you can pick up our rings before then.
I wonder
Unless
if
I
they
have spares.
dyes for scales.
How many
Also,
rings
we
did you buy, Mavis?
You really want the answers to this, Papa.
He looks over at Tiara and goes, no, perhaps keep it to yourself.
He
That
just
might be
squints.
a better idea. Saeed got to keep his ball.
After we make these purchases, I think I want to try and find a temple of Tiamat or Morgani. I want to do some research for the day to try and maybe find out how to, well, you know, dragon stuff.
Dragon stuff.
Dragon stuff. You might not understand.
I'm surely a person of the arcane wouldn't
Don't-
understand anything draconic.
You don't want to go chase after this Eben Delara and clear your name?
That we are here for the next 3 days to do that.
We can surely
don't
do
know
that
how
tomorrow
long.
if we need.
We also don't know how long we're actually
Let's
here, 'cause
let's go get our purchases and then anybody else have holy places they need to visit?
I would
Pretty
like
sh-
to, but it seems that it's.
Well,
been
you have the
stretched thin.
luxury of departing and doing that yourself without getting caught.
Well, the Dimsdale did ask me who I was with. I did not say.
Okay.
Dimsdale, there's a name I haven't heard in months.
He did Dimsdale. I don't remember them. We met them when we went to go see, was it
Ah.
Moreb Leechben?
You have
Yeah.
met them, the little
Who remembers
short.
his names?
Ugh.
They.
Can we call her
I
Half
remem-
Orcan, please?
What? No.
What? Why not? Lichbane's an awful name.
I remember that B.D. Dimsdale was the one who
you
kept
would-
correcting it to Lichbane, but Moreb introduced himself as half Orcan.
Oh. I thought you were going to call me half orcan.
Why would I call you
That's-
Half Orcan?
I don't
Oh,
know.
I know that your ego is spiking, but we're not always
Eh.
talking about you, beautiful Malaka.
Mhm. Right.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
just go buy some the wigs. We after wigs.
Yes, look at
We've
Sweet.
got.
Please,
Okay,
makeup.
hold up the slate. Makeup, clothes, makeup, and wigs.
Makeup.
So you guys can filter out, visit a few of these places. Not going to do proper introductions yet. Maybe if we revisit them, we'll do a big
Yeah,
thing of it.
later.
But
How
you,
much?
basically, if you want to buy a disguise kit, I will count it as very heavily stocked, and it is
Okay.
assembled from these various places.
Okay, I will purchase a disguise kit.
So
Make,
will I.
make a notation of that heavy stock thing
Heavily
because I'll actually be taking it into account.
Right,
In
and
fact,
25 gold
if
pieces
you
in
want to
case of
if you want to pay
anything, so.
30 gold pieces for a disguise kit, I'm going to count it as having a whole bunch of different shit that you can do.
Can we all like pitch into this so it's all kind of like each individual has
I
their
think-
own little
No,
section?
I mean each
I
individual
think-
getting a disguise kit would be.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if you already have one?
If you want to pay another 5 gold, you can stock up.
I bought one for 30 gold for me because the thing is, if Iala has a disguise kit, it's not going to work well on Nim because the brush
Yes.
will literally be like
Yeah.
all of Nim. It's just it makes sense to have
You
different stuff.
are all different
also things
enough
for
that you need your
people's
own unique
scales and
shit.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 30 gold for a heavy stock.
Yes.
Yeah, heavy stock.
All right.
Can we? Is the idea of shift weave and putting clothes in the shift weave a just average thing? Like everybody knows about that, like in the world. Like
It's not like a commoner probably isn't going to know what you're talking about. I
If
need
we're going to
context of
buy-
your question.
Since we're going to places that sell clothes and stuff, would
Mhm.
they? Like, if I said I have shift weed, I don't need to get the clothes tailored to me. I'd be able to just buy a set of clothes that day. Type idea.
Actually, I would say shift weave. You do still need to get tailored. Remember, it's
Okay.
shift weave is that weird borderline of mundane interaction with a magic item.
Okay. So you have to get tailored, but then it'll
Yes.
shift between like my two forms. Then
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll have to deal with clothes later then, because that'll take more time than what we're doing now. So,
Okay.
okay, thank you.
Okay, I bought stuff.
Actually, fuck it. No, you can put on anything into it and it'll adapt.
I'm still gonna hold off for now, actually, because I don't actually know what I was. But I wanted to figure that out for sure. Disguise kit, and you said we're considering it heavily stocked.
Heavy
Yeah.
stocked. Yeah.
Okay.
Can
Yeah.
we pay more into that for an even better kit?
It's not really going to give you much more. Like I'm always considering this like an assortment of wigs and different makeups to cover all occasions, that kind of shit.
Anything more than that, you'd need to have probably a greater skill in using it from going to a mirror's class to get like, you can apply prosthetics using a special glue, make it look like you have like this.
wardrobe at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
By the way, this mirrors thing is an avenue for skill acquisition, so
I want to go.
So you guys are wandering from store to store. This takes you a good few hours. You do get looks and stares just simply because lizard folk and so on are an odd sight. Iala.
Every time there's like looks, Melaka stands a little taller.
But the day goes pretty uneventfully otherwise. You had your one altercation, but no one really harasses you. A few nosy people pay a bit more attention than perhaps they should, which might set some wariness off because you're being watched, observed. But it's your guys' choice if you want to do like perception or insight checks or what.
Melaka's just
I would
kind
like
of
to
in the
do an
middle of the
insight
group.
check
Okay, go
over
ahead.
the
Give
course
me
of the day.
Yeah, but doing an insight check for the course of the day, just like looking at people watching you.
I'll
No,
do that too.
no, I think we'll do a perception.
My rolls have not failed me.
Since Melaka is kind of taking just a look around as everyone's going, she's going to do insight. Oh, it doesn't look like. Okay.
At one,
Perception.
yeah.
Okay.
No, go wrong. Right. At one point, Cassian, you feel like somebody is watching you, like as if they've recognized you. That hackles of danger goes up, and you have to be reassured and calmed by your party members, Iala especially, who's like, no, they are just looking at it's this lady that is looking at Maltori as if like, oh, handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, Cassian. Are you still bipedal or quad?
No.
Are you tar?
Yeah.
Okay.
That bipedal thing was not going well.
Okay,
Noah?
so you're a female centaur right now.
Yes.
Noah, you actually spot your own familiar, who has apparently returned and just been following you without announcing her presence.
Hey, this time it didn't take us a week.
She perks up, spreads her arms, and is like, "Oh, look at that! You can see me."
Oh,
Who are you talking
I mean, it was just a very off one.
She's gonna she's a little succubus on a rooftop. Assumes that crowish disguise before she flutters down onto your shoulder, and just goes, "Okay, everybody, I tailed that nice young man like you asked me to. Observed him in his group for a while. He's made no mention of anything. They don't seem to see anything up.
So he did have a group then.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Large is
Were-
our
who-
group or smaller group?
I only saw two others.
And what did they look like?
Well, one of them was this very. Have you ever seen a short halfling?
Shorter than a normal halfling?
Yes.
Or just like half?
Horribly bulbous face, proportions, covered in hair. Didn't like him very much. So yes, hairy, short halfling man, and then I think a half elf of some variety. She was clearly trying to be mysterious. Just this sort of reddish brown hair covering her eyes.
So, tact.
But yes, nothing to be alarmed about. Whether that's going to last, who knows?
Okay, thank you.
Last. Wow, what? Who?
Well, at least
Halfling
Yes,
almost
Mela-
sounded like Danger Shane. It's funny.
Melaka wasn't here
Hmm.
when everything happened.
You said you had a tail, but it was sorted out.
Ensorcement. Charming. Let's call it that.
Malaka looks between a couple party members. Charming.
yes, that's what he said.
She's appreciative of it. She's not trying to call
Right.
you out or anything.
Okay. Morgandi Chapel. Yes.
Yes, if I think
Or-
with all these supplies, I can
Dragons.
go by myself if no one wants to go. But if we still want to go as a group, it's fine. I was planning to spend my time there until returning to the chapel.
You want to
The
be by
nearest
yourself
chapel.
for the rest of the day?
Well, it's just that you don't.
Alia, would
If
you
you
like
had
company?
I would not mind it.
We may as well stick together.
All right.
I was just say if nobody
But
else
my
is
feet
going
are
to go.
really starting to kill me.
You need to be carried.
No, I have
Funeral?
dignity.
No.
I have a feeling we'll be resting at least for a little bit at the church, at the temple.
Don't take this the wrong way, Yalia, but do you know how to use a library?
She
I'm
has
going to
the
take that
intellect.
very much the wrong way.
Have you not attuned to the intellect yet?
While we are doing all this moving around, I'm going to swap the two items.
Okay.
Ah.
Alia.
in
Oh my
preparation
god.
for this.
You could-
You're smart.
You can do multiplication.
You know what multiplication is.
You can do derivatives.
You
Not
know
sure
the
about
strange
that,
word
but-
calculus, and you don't know what it is, but you know it.
I put this on, and suddenly I got a lot of really detrimental thoughts going through my mind of a lot of people making fun of me. I think I'll
Oh,
just
no.
put this in
Oh,
the
she's
case
starting
and
to
then-
realize what's
She's starting
happening.
she's become aware.
I just hate to say this, but aren't we worried about Yalia learning too much?
Oh no.
Oh.
Yes, that was the thing.
Why, am I not supposed to do my own research now?
No,
Okay,
no. But
I'm just
Can-
saying there's concerns, about your little friend in the background, Yalia.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh.
Maltori's going to wave his hand a bit and just goes, well, apparently there's some protection now, and honestly, it feels like it's learning about basic concepts.
Okay.
She's
I feel like I would be
concepts.
remiss to not say something.
No, it's
but
sensible to mention,
I-
but
I hope for the best, Yalia. Whatever you do your researching, I hope you learn it, and that is great. How about we find a place to sit when we are there, and Maltori, we can talk about magic for a bit.
that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll go with you, but I'm going to maybe find a stall.
That's fine.
Yes.
Right.
Some stuff I
While we're moving,
there.
Mhm.
Cassian Rowena is going to move up alongside of Melaka and pass her an item.
Yeah, what's this?
You're going to need it with us. I am handing Melaka a periap of health.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Very nice.
what? It's very pretty. What does it do?
If you press mentally on it, it has a small amount of magical energy that it draws in every day that will rapidly heal you. And oop, no, I don't want to.
Is it periaptive wound closure or periaptive health?
Yeah, because they're
Health.
health. Okay.
But wound closure, I think, is the one that stabilizes you, so I'm sure.
In addition, let's see. While wearing this pendant, you can take a magic action to regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points. Once used, this property can't be used until the next
On.
next dawn.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's oh goodness, it's an arm with a heart on it. Fuck.
It doesn't have to look like that.
Oh, okay.
And in addition, you have advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the poisoned effect while you wear it.
That is very lovely. Thank you, Rowena.
I've been keeping that around for a while.
We'll cherish it. Thank you.
With some simple questioning, you guys can navigate your way to one of the larger, more Ghani temples within the city. Not as gaudy as the Bahamut Church, but still a little ostentatious.
That's required attunement.
It's a bold place. You see the stained glass windows, very much showing the typical image of Tiamat, the multitude of draconic heads and so on. Although unlike the typical Tiamat, you see versions both depicting chromatic and metallic variants of them. And you are able to head on up. The main doors, like the two big double doors, are closed, but the smaller door set into them is just like propped open.
Okay.
Be wary while we are here. If you think about it, the Bahamut Temple has a freaking dragon as a bishop. I wouldn't be surprised if there are other dragons around, and they have
Yes.
a tendency to see through magic guises.
Especially Morganis kind tend to be passionate in their
Very
pursuits and proud
Yes.
and
Keep your heads down and don't make a fuss.
careful of the dragon within.
That's going to be hard for a few of us.
In fact, considering my bounty, I'm going to stay out here.
I'll stay out
Alright.
with you.
I will accompany you too.
Yes, as the rest of you go in, I would not want Iala to be alone.
I was just saying, when I'll go in, I've got some stuff I would like to try to look up to, so...
Then you can be the second half of the group. Taryc.
All right. So, in
Right.
we go.
Right, the rest of you will start to filter on in. You head on in, and immediately the smell of incense hits your noses. It's strong, it's powerful. Clearly, some floral concoction they're burning. It smells very herbal, but it's mixed with that sort of acrid smoke.
This is more Godly Church, right?
Yes.
She doesn't tell her children do not have this church.
And you head on into the main hall, and nothing immediate, empty. You see that there is this statue of Morgani, much in the same position that the Bahamut one was. Looks like it's built to be larger than the Bahamut statue was. The core body of it appears to be made of gold. What the heads are made of is hard to tell at a glance because they seem to be different materials that are attached. That red head might be some kind of ruby, clearly not naturally found, but magically carved and grown. There's an obsidian black head. The white head actually seems to be made of pewter, and so on and so forth.
So the Morgani visage is.
Oh, actually, no. This is Morgani.
Yeah.
I'm describing the Tiamat temple.
You're describing Tiamat. Yeah.
Sorry, I assumed that we were going to the holy place for Iala. No, this is just for research. Okay, in that case, roll a bunch of that back. The Morgani temple is actually a lot more reserved. There isn't that incense in the air. Smells of paper. Yeah, everyone knows a library smell. But not moldy, just paper. clearly well cared for. The walls of the temple itself, like the interior hall, are lined with shelves. There are books in here on like just blatant display to worshippers at any time. They do seem to have like just these like light covers on them. You've all seen like old wooden slats that you still peer through, fine filigree slats. Yeah, covering the shelves, so you can't just walk up and grab a book easily.
Also keeping the dust out.
There is no dragon statue behind the altar. Morgani does not appear to be on like loud display here. But the lectern itself is rather large, and you can actually see that there are books stacked upon it, some like opened up. There are scrolls, on those books is a fast arrangement of knowledge that was apparently in mid-use. And oh god, yeah, okay. And I'm gonna say, as you're looking at this, you hear something approaching from a hallway off to the side. You see, like near that lectern, there is a door open where you would go back into like the priest's private areas and so on. You hear the sound of claws on cobblestone approaching.
So force.
Yeah,
You're straight up.
I'm not there.
You're not there?
Interesting.
No, we're outside with
Staying back.
Mavis and Maltori.
Oh,
guarding them.
okay. Maltori had asked
Yeah.
you to go in with Iala.
No, Taryc is with Iala.
No, but I think Maltori still told
he,
you to
he,
go in.
he asked all of you to go in with her
Oh, okay.
because he's worried about her being kidnapped by a powerful dragon who can see through all of his disguises.
Nim's not abandoning Papa, though.
Yeah.
Mavis, guard your father.
I can get him out of here faster than you would understand.
Yeah. So
Go.
So everyone but Mavis and Maltori are in there. But yeah, you'll hear this approaching. Is there anything you wanted to do just in case to prepare or anything?
We're in a holy place for
Morgani.
Morgani, so she's just kind of waiting patiently to see who's coming to either greet them
Accost her.
or is just coming out to the lectern.
Mm-hmm.
She's not overly concerned.
Okay. All right. No one doing anything particular.
No, I don't have abilities to.
Nope.
Right.
I am already prepped as I can get.
Okay then.
Malka just stands tall.
You hear that? Yeah.
I know I'm outside. Can I say one thing?
What's
for
that?
me? When we were getting all the costume stuff, is it possible I could have gotten kind of a loop or something that I could hook my ring on Nami's harness?
Sure.
That I could have bought for like a little like bit of metal or
Yeah,
jewelry or something like that. Okay.
You literally
But
got,
my idea
got
would
like a
be-
little earring.
Yeah, just something that I was like thinking like I want to be able to slide my ring finger into it while I'm still attached, and then use my ring ability so the ring stays with Nami. You know.
Okay. Yep.
That way he doesn't have to scramble and grab it each time.
Yeah, you can do that.
Um,
Yes.
One thing, since there's nobody really here, I was thinking that since it's pretty clear and open, Iala was going to just drop her disguise because she's in a place for of her holiness, so she doesn't feel like hiding that.
Okay. All right. You're respectable, Morgani. You're not trying to be deceiving.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yep.
Ring on, and I'm keeping the hood up.
You're just there waiting. You hear those claws on cobblestone getting closer, and then you see from like a torch recessed into whatever hallway that is, a shadow cast, a draconic muzzle on the wall that grows and grows, and then starts to shrink as a kobold steps through the threshold of the door.
I knew it was Kobold.
Yeah, wearing just a very simple, like scholarly priest vestments. These appear to be white robes with just this like faint red collaring around them, whereas the Bahamut temple seem to have that shoulder pattern. This just appears to be like not even proper wing shape, just that sort of up and down thing of the threading of a bottom's dragon wings around the collar. This little kobold with these great big bottle spectacles steps out, and then seems to start briefly as they notice you and just go, "Oh, hi,
Hello.
hello." Did
So, are you the priest of this temple?
She sort of nudges her glasses a bit, looks down at the book she was holding, and then just sort of moves on up and stands on a stool behind a lectern to put it on there, and then just sort of leans on top of it, looking down at you and goes, I am, yes.
Oh, excellent. I was hoping to look through your volumes for some research. Would it be? May I peruse through your works here?
Oh, are you a member of the church?
I am not a member of this church. I am a.
I didn't think I recognized you.
She recognizes me.
No, she didn't think she recognized you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm new to this town.
Oh, well,
So,
but then in that case, do you bring tithe or knowledge?
I will bring a. Let's see, tithe. I think I will bring tithe.
You bring tithe. Okay. Well, if you wish to pursue peruse books within the halls, these ones over here are free to look at. If you are willing to give a small donation, we ask a silver piece. If you want to peruse the private library, I'm afraid it's not really.
Members only.
She just steeples her fingers, not actually finishing her sentence.
Does one need to join to go to to check those volumes?
And one has to pay respect to the great dragon. Yes.
Then I would. I'd be not. I have no problem with doing that. So do I need to deliver some knowledge instead?
You bring knowledge and you say your prayers, and once we've established that you are true and honest in your pursuits, you would be granted access.
Then yes. Then I will do that, if I may.
Sure. She just stares at you.
All right. Let's see. Let me quickly look through my stuff for knowledge.
Can you believe, Papa, that they sold you this entire bag of sweetened nuts for like a silver?
Candied walnuts are my favorite of the kind of nut that you can get.
This is such a nice time. I'm so glad we decided to sit out here and just have a moment.
Let's see. Can I? Noah.
What?
Give me your camera.
What? Why?
I need it.
Oh, all right, fine. I'll break it.
She takes the camera. Is there places like to sit down and like
Yeah.
tables?
Not tables, no.
Oh,
Not in this hall.
Okay, well, she goes to one of the chairs, and she pulls out her the plexiglass map of the world, puts it on the chair, and takes a picture of it, and takes the picture, flaps it to make it clean,
Mm-hmm.
and then gives the camera back to Noah.
Here,
Thank you.
this is.
The priestess just watches you like curiously.
She gives them the photo.
She looks down at it, then looks up at you.
A map of the world, and that of many places not seen yet.
Well, we don't really take fabrications. Fiction isn't the kind of knowledge.
It's not fiction, though.
I mean, it's very pretty. It's beautiful arcane craft to make an image like this, but no way that this is real.
Finish.
Rowena's just going to pop up. That is an image from an ancient stock archive.
Pull the other one.
I'm gonna shoot both of them a look since we're supposed to be not spreading this information.
This is the Church of Morgani. I'm here to present knowledge, and you asked me to give something to show my face. I'm providing something that. Why would I present something that is fiction?
To gain access?
What is the way to prove that this is real? How are you?
Sound of
how are you
truth?
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, well, she puts the picture still dismissively, like doesn't care about it, down on her lectern, pulls out a holy symbol, and she is going to cast Sound of Truth.
Making sure I'm nowhere near that because this is a big can of worms here.
I'm just gonna keep doing my GIF reactions. You know how I feel right now.
Okay.
Languages that I do.
Yeah, 15-foot radius. Who wants to be near Iala? Who's staying back? Is everyone staying back?
Unfortunately,
Rowena's somewhat nearby, probably at the
Found my
very edge of
hamster.
it.
same.
Noah's going to step back.
Okay,
But
so
at the edge, but inside.
yeah, you want to be inside. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What is the
Make a
save?
Christmas saving throw.
Charisma? Okay.
All right.
And I will ask you to choose to fail because she will know if you succeed or fail.
Then she chooses to fail
Okay.
because this was asked of her. So
Yeah. Cassian, are you
I'm failing.
failing? Okay. All right. She just nods approvingly, and she just looks up and goes, well, I'm Sister Brianna. Nice to meet you. Who are you?
My name is Iala Talia.
Okay. Is this real information as far as you believe it?
It is real information as far as I believe it.
This is an actual map of the world
It is
Yes.
a map of the world.
you got from an ancient
don't-
facility.
Correct.
Huh. Well, I prefer written work, but I guess this is valuable. You don't happen to have any written work, do you?
Written work. Not on me.
How is a 100-page sonata by a man who spent several hundred years in the Feywild?
No, I don't. Art.
No?
That is
She just shakes her head.
All right.
I thought you were gonna finish that. Are you gonna just give it away?
Wait, you said not on you. You have written work though.
let's see. Let me look.
Technically,
it's-
we have the
Techni-
entire sum of all knowledge in
Yes.
those stupid pads, so that is true.
I would need to transcribe it, but I don't know if it would be too understandable.
It's understandable or not, written ancient knowledge. That's. I don't have many discretionary funds, but I'd be willing to pay as well as granting you access to all of our archives.
All right, then give me a little bit. I will transcribe something for you.
No,
Yes. If we
we
don't,
were told not to spread this.
don't need to give it all up.
You're not supposed to spread it.
It's
Taryc's walking out.
Sorry, they don't. They're not here for the knowledge I am.
I am
So-
going out to Maltori.
Okay. She just goes, well, whatever you can supply, I'd be most thankful. Yes.
There are caveats, though.
What caveats?
You must never ask where it came from.
Why? We already told her.
No, specifically where it came from. The Dragon Mother would understand for you not asking.
Ah, secret. Okay. Well,
Very secret.
I understand keeping secrets. Honestly, if as long as I get the information, and she just shrugs her shoulders.
All right. Give me just a little bit to transcribe something.
Certainly. Marvelous. She holds up the photo and goes, well, this will be of interest to some of my brethren. Feel free to browse the books here. Of course, don't take anything out of the church. And if you give me the rest of the stuff, I'll let you have access to well, everything.
Right, thank you. She gives a small nod and then walks over to one of the chairs and takes out some of her writing utensils.
The spell gets dismissed, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, my head hurts.
And Rowena's going to the public thing area is out in the open.
Yep. It's just the shelves lining the walls.
Rowena's going to start going over it all.
Okay, you're heading there. Taryc, you're heading out to find Maltori and Nim sitting, eating what looks to be candied nuts.
I would like to point out that I don't think Yali was one of the ones with a data pad, so she's going to need to get one from Noah or Cassian.
What I was just going to do, she beckons Noah over.
Yes, mistress.
Good, you know your place.
Yeah.
Right. Maltori sort of waves at you, Taryc, and just goes, getting boring in there?
No, they're handing over information from the facility.
How did that happen?
Because the priestess asked for knowledge and prayer to access the private library, and Iala, in addition to accepting his own of truth and giving her name, handed over a picture of the map and is giving transcriptions from the books.
Well, information is currency.
We were told not to spread any of that.
Yeah, we've been told to do a lot of things, though.
We were told to do it specifically in the town that we were in because I didn't want to have people diving in there. But as long as they don't know where from the facility we got it, I think that still keeps through for what Shining Blade wanted.
I think I'd be angry if she were giving it to a merchant or somebody, an adventurer.
Now, the fact that she fucking gave her name, though, that is a bit of a problem.
But a church of secrets and information, he sort of shrugs his shoulders a bit. He seems a little nonplussed.
Do you want to have some sweetened walnuts with us?
Sure. I mean, we kind of told Wilhelm we wouldn't spread, science and stuff we weren't supposed to, so...
What information is she going to give over?
No idea. It depends what they... well, I think Noah was the one with the stuff still, so... Science? Whatever that is actually, since I still haven't been able to read one.
I mean, at the very least, it would be hidden away in a Morgani temple and not just given to the Four Winds. Morgani temples are pretty tight about who can read their stuff, and if it's something from a secret archive, they're probably going to keep it under wraps, so it probably won't be widespread.
Hopefully.
I know that doesn't ease the conscience too much, but try to take some calm with it.
Okay, Noah, what is one of the short passages from this that sounds important? You've already read through these things, right?
Yeah, I've made my way through a bit of it.
So, what do you think would be a nice passage to give over that isn't too much writing?
We could
Well,
mention.
this one's only 300 pages.
Well, let's start off with my favorite subject, gravity. You see, gravity is a dip in the fabric.
Which one of these books
space-time.
is the gravity thing?
What?
Which one of these is the gravity thing? She's flipping through the apps.
Are you
Introduction to Physics.
You're not just going to copy paste this into your homework, are you?
This isn't homework. We're in a temple. And
This
that's exactly what they're asking for.
You're just going to plagiarize?
No, I'm providing them with a copy.
The kobold is wandering back over to you guys, by the way.
And seeing this magic glowing tablet split up.
I say this. Do you want the tablet to still be out? You're going to try and hide it?
No.
What are you going to do?
No, it's going to slip that back. into
Give
their-
me a sleight of hand check.
Against a kobold dragon.
Kobold priest.
Kobold priest dragon.
I think it could be a dragon. Dragons can be whatever the fuck they want.
They can. This dragon just likes kobolds. She really likes kobolds.
And then I'm going to give myself wheel.
All right. As you sleight of hand the tablet away, you see the kobold sort of shuffling over to you. One of the big claws, one of their feet, catches one of the stones in here. They trip forward, hit the ground with a thump. And you hear a little, "Wait,
Oh, are you all right?
ow, yeah, hang on, where are my glasses?"
Well, they can't see without
Rowena's
the
going
glasses.
to come away from one of the racks with the books, pick up the glasses in motion, and kneel down and lift the kobold up and hand her glasses back.
Thank you. And they put their glasses back on and they sort of brush down their robes a bit.
And then Rowena's going to wander over to a book of shelves, a shelf of books on the other side.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I brought some vellum and oh, you already have ink and paper.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
In case I need any more.
Yes. Wait, why do you have it out here?
What do you mean?
Why do you have your ink and paper out here?
Because I was going to write it down.
You know it?
I was going through my things to find something to transcribe.
Oh, so you do have it on you?
It's not in a form that I can share.
Hang on, you said you didn't. That was the truth. I don't understand.
Oh, well,
Someone else is holding it for me.
She is going to look immediately at Noah.
guilty as charged.
May I see?
Sorry, that's confidential.
She's going to slowly cross her arms.
Rowena, as they have grabbed another book and are wandering across the hall, per our agreements with the Formirians of ancient times, we cannot provide that information except through transcription to anyone else.
Well, that's fine and dandy for your agreements, but well, enjoy the shelves in here at least.
Oh, you've got some interesting stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So.
Do you want me to just?
Noah
What I
has
find
the...
funny is the Noah and Iala are going to spend all of the day transcribing this because it takes a lot of time to write something like that down, and then they won't have any time to look at the stuff.
We've got days here, so it's not like she's not in a rush. So, and she's not as paranoid as Nim and Maltori, so she's taking this in stride, especially in a church of her that is one of her main worships.
The church that's well known for dragons and half dragons with a bounty on her head.
The kobold is going to sort of wander away from you and not quite huffing, but clearly put out. Little insulted, perhaps, but leaves you alone again.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, this book had social studies, sciences. I'm trying to think of a subject that's shorter to transcribe. But
Unfortunately, you got the accumulated knowledge. Or there isn't short.
Find the driver's ed book.
There's isn't there a spell that you can use to transcribe things? I don't have it, but
there is.
Yeah, but it goes from a book to another to empty paper. I don't think it works from an electronic device.
Consisting make papers like the
I don't think so. I think we gotta hook it up to the thing.
That's the other thing is we actually did have some actual books, but they're in Maltori's possession, I think, aren't they?
I have a book. I have a book on me, but it's the Plains book with the isn't it a Lorne book? I don't know if I can hand that over.
Yeah, that's our we got that specifically from the sister. It's written by her brother, so giving that over would be wrong.
We're not handing that over. No, I'm just trying to provide some knowledge that we have on hand.
What if we just say that this is some sort of magic rock and show her?
Whether we show her or not, she's going to need the information. So, unless she can transcribe it.
I don't want. She has claws. I don't want her to scratch.
Ow! Yalia has claws. Who's Melaka?
Notice how Melaka doesn't have a tablet.
Melaka wouldn't know how to hold it.
I guess that's why Yalia doesn't have a tablet either.
What are you guys wanting to do?
I'm going to send ascending to Maltori.
Why don't you just walk outside? He's right there.
Mage.
Right.
Well, that's
Mage
true.
doing
If he's standing outside, I will go out and talk to him real quick.
He's across the street, a little down the road, but within sight easily.
We're having a nice little snack bag of sweetened walnuts with Taryc.
You head out, and Maltori sort of waves at you as you approach. Nut.
Rowena's going to look at the bag. That smells good.
Well, here, take one.
Ooh, yay. So, interesting situation.
I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to eat another.
We could potentially very well make a strong ally out of this temple, but we would need to probably hand over one of our hard copy books.
No, sharing information I'm somewhat fine with, but actually handing over one of the texts, it's a bit much.
It is.
Could we get that? Have them copy it and give us the original back?
I mean, we could offer up information, but under one of Morgani's rights.
My big concern, though, is if we give up very valuable information like that, that is going to make them curious, isn't it?
It's immensely curious, but I mean, if we offer up this information, you're not there.
I know that was out of. Would Iala know about?
You have to do a religion check.
Right?
You're a Tiamat worshipper, not a Morgani worshipper, so.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Now, can I make the religion check?
Anyone can make a religion check.
Sorry, I didn't know that there
Strong
were.
skill.
Well, I guess because I didn't know there were rights to begin with, maybe I shouldn't even bother rolling because.
You can. No, anyone can roll.
Religion. I don't know.
Yalia's been very focused on.
Oh, by the way,
Matt.
because your intelligence has gone up, you're at a +4.
Oh, right.
And
So
a whole
that's,
8.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
a 9. Or
It's a
actually,
9.
wait, it's an 8 because of the -1. That's right.
Yeah. Yep.
No, the negative
whole
1 is from.
8.
Oh yeah, the negative
previous
1's gone.
end,
So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
so
it
it's
plus
5,
4
so
above
it's a
stat
9.
neutral? Okay,
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
still a 9.
A whole 9.
Oh.
Nice.
Wow.
But it
Forgot
makes
about
that 4 a lot less harsh.
Yeah. Must be a shaky on it because you're not dedicated, but it does occur to you. Oh yeah, you've heard that there's weird rites that Morgani priests will do where information can be offered up onto Morgani herself and kept secret for a time.
Oh.
Like, cause she's a goddess of secrets as well as knowledge. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Why, if there was something
But
about that.
you'd have to basically. It's a very specific religious act.
And
Did
even
they get that with the 9?
No, Iala does not get that. The rest of you do.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, why don't you?
The group back together now. Oh, sorry, I had a bio break.
No.
No, it's
Oh.
us with Cassian now outside with Maltori because Cassian
Okay.
came out to talk to us.
We could use very, very specific rights to offer up this information. The priestess would get a chance to see it, but they would be obligated to remain silent until Morgani deemed otherwise.
There it is.
Do they even know if what's something that she wants is in this temple?
You're asking if
It's
Iala
it's a
knows
research-
something.
It's a research trip. And they already have a good collection of books that are not in their private library.
Those books we have are very valuable and they could make us a lot of money.
Yes, they are.
Oh, fuck it. And he's going to sort of stand up slowly and goes, "Is it a dragon?"
Most likely, but it looks like she looks like a kobold. Very cute, very big glasses. And I'd be more than happy to deal with this for you, so you don't have to go in there.
All right, go find out if the priestess is capable of magically transcribing.
Okay.
It's a hot.
May
By the way,
May I take the book with me? Just in
no,
case?
not yet.
Okay.
Priestess, in charge, rank. Find out what we're dealing with.
Yep, and we can only make the agreement with the head priest
Isn't
of this temple.
Yeah, and tell the children to come out here and stop making bargains.
Okay.
There's a way to do this.
Rowena's going to trot back in.
Ialia's
Iala?
still-
Noah?
Back.
Yeah.
No, the old man wants to talk to you.
Can't you see I'm trying to write this down?
The old man wants to talk to you.
For what? I'm writing something. It's gonna take me all day.
Iala?
Don't
please.
use that tone with me.
Also, name. Oh, well, name's already been given.
Yeah, already gave her name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she gave her name.
Fine.
You may not have to do that.
Why don't you just start with that?
She puts away the stuff and gets up. And she puts away the stuff and goes to.
Can I start reading the books now?
What was her name? What was the priestess' name again?
Brianna.
Brianna? Okay. Last I saw, Brianna went back into the back.
No, she's in the room. You're wandering around grabbing books. She's keeping an eye on you.
I went outside.
Yeah, but you were wandering around grabbing books.
Mhm.
And she was making sure you didn't leave with those
Yes.
books or anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll be right.
She's a
right
polite
back.
distance away.
Apologies, I'll be right back.
Okay.
And as soon as Ialia's out of earshot, Lady Brianna, I
Lady.
have some question. Yes, you are the lady of. Are you the lady of the temple?
That's not how these titles work.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to.
Mother
be
Superior.
respectful. Mother Superior. Rowena's pulling her ring off.
Okay.
So we're going to
Complaining
talk.
about me about secrets.
We're going to talk. we're going to talk.
No, you
straight for a
already
moment.
dropped all of your
Mhm.
illusions and said your name. This is just a follow-up to that.
Yep. I have discussed, and do you have the ability to copy text to text?
Yes, but sweetheart, your identity is what you want it to be. You don't have to do
This
that.
Is truth. This is...
No, truth is what you choose. So,
Well, it has been discussed, and we are willing to allow you to transcribe part of a hard copy book.
Make any fucking deals.
But it has to be done under Ritual of Morgani.
which ritual?
With my role, can I think of the various different rituals that this could fall under?
There's a couple. Actually, no. You don't know specifics. If you were a Morgana worshipper with that role, you'd know the specifics. You only know of rituals of that kind of theme.
I have heard of rituals that offer the information directly to Morgani, and it would be her choice as to when to let the secrets be freed.
You just want to guarantee that it's not going to be shared.
Yes.
She actually let out a little sigh, and she just goes, "One, I don't think you realize, but it's actually very impolite to ask to carry out a ritual rite for a faith to gain something when you're not actually of faith. That's,
I am not doing this for me.
well, whoever is. It's a little wrong. If you're wanting a guarantee of secrecy, I can offer it with my word onto Morgani. But frankly, if this requires a conniving abuse of rights, then perhaps we're best not doing any of this. It's very strange that you've come in here after things, and I don't mean you, singular, you and your friends, and start demanding all of these restrictions, and frankly treating me like I'm not to be trusted. It's very, very rude. Young
I apologize.
Man, young lady, what do you prefer?
Honestly, I looks at the ring. I'm not quite sure anymore. But for now, I am young man.
Well,
until I put the ring back on.
Then, young man, if you would go outside and tell your friends that I'd like to be approached as if I am... I don't know. This is just...
Trying to make this so complicated. Iala was gonna just talk with the priest. I don't want to all this secrecy and going around these corners and deals. She was just going to hand over some knowledge like she was asked to get. What is all this? We're jumping through hoops when we don't need to.
I was trying to make it this easier. I apologize.
It's not you, Toby. It's just we're taking like several steps when to get at something that we didn't need to go around. So it's just I was trying to get from point A to point B, but we're finding a bunch of letters in between.
I think there's a difference idea of the fact that some people think that information should be protected, and Yali's just acting kind of selfish for her own gain.
Yeah.
And was going, hey, I want to do this. And so, yeah, there's a lot of juggling and trouble going on with it, but
And
that's
especially
what
just
the role
asked
play
to
is.
respect her faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ialia was trying to do that. And
Well, Yalia's
like-
trying to abuse that faith by going, hey, let me bribe my way into the thing anyway. So everyone's disrespecting her faith.
Well, no, she was respecting Morgane's knowledge in that she was trying to hand over some sort of knowledge to trade for knowledge. Like, she respects Morgane.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. It's the calling upon ritual rites that's rubbed the priestess the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But there shouldn't be any apologizing here. Again, this is
Yeah.
this is role play. This is actions that have been set to. Maltori suggested the thing that's wrong, which is again, I will remind you, Maltori is not
A good man.
Infallible.
a good man or flawless or knowing the best path.
There's a lot of objectives of holding secrets, of gaining knowledge, and certain people are using different objectives for different means. Yeah, you want to give him from. All right.
Cassian's taking a deep breath and letting it out, and then kneeling down to be eye level with Brianna. I apologize. My past month has been incredibly paranoia-inducing, and these books are incredibly valuable and important. And the situation around them is also paranoia-inducing. I was just trying to protect them and protect others. I apologize.
What are you, as adventurers?
Yes.
Okay. Well, she just rubs her brow a bit and goes, listen, I can promise upon my faith that I would not share what is shared with me. But if that's not enough and you really need access, then we'll figure something out.
Honestly, I think she truly wants access, and I want to help facilitate that for her, but I don't want to insult your faith, and I apologize for that.
Well, just don't... Yeah. Go talk to them.
Thank you. I shall return in a few moments. And as I get up, I'm putting the ring back on. However that goes, and I'm heading outside.
Okay. Yep. Fine and fine.
Okay.
What is this you wanted, Maltori?
Oh, that conversation went wrong. Okay, Maltori, I would like to book, please.
Okay, I just got two things
Aren't
here.
we just going to have a conversation?
So, Alia, just wanted us to get out here and clarify what we're trading over. Don't mind sharing some information, but you need to be careful, of course, and just know who we're actually dealing with. Is this an acolyte or
This is the priestess of the temple.
like
Also,
in
I'm
charge?
just going to say something. Yeah, I respect that you want to get your information, and I'm wholeheartedly on board with helping you try to do that. But when you decide that you are going to trade this legendary ancient information away to somebody that we don't know, and might be a very, very reputable and kind priest, consider that's how mad you got when we talked about selling that dragon body. We did things as a group. We should have talked to everybody before you decided to do this.
I was giving this knowledge over to Morgane. I didn't see this.
That is not giving it over to Malgorni, it's giving it over to Morgane's church.
Morgane is grand and wise, as I might not like the gods, but she is the patron of my favorite arts. But her followers, immortal.
It is also, we are under a dangerous circumstance, and you don't want to be known as the flashy half-dragon who it's not using their disguise as going around with this information. The people will talk. We've already got people talking at the Bahamut Church about us. We don't need that extra attention.
There's a difference with handing over some words to wearing somebody's you talk to as a pair of shoes. So
You were also
forgive me, there is a difference there for me.
And what
But-
about Wilhelm telling us we shouldn't share this information too much?
I was not going to share all of it. I was going to share a part of it.
In Ialia's defense, I think I was probably one of the more reverent people with Wilhelm. Wilhelm's a person too. They made a request. We abide as best we can, but frankly, again, information is currency. This is valuable currency, careful to spend, but it's not sacred. And it's ours.
I am not saying that I am against doing this for you, Iala. I am just saying that maybe we could have talked with everybody.
I didn't think.
I want you to. You didn't think, and that's why I'm saying it. We all make these mistakes sometimes.
Iala
and
could
that is
talk to
okay.
us before it, but also we need to stop treating this like it is a holy, divine word. This is
Yes,
creation
it's
of man, and frankly, it belongs to us.
Yes, I didn't think that this. I wasn't planning on giving over like our Book of Lorne or the Book of Bahamut. Those are personal effects. The knowledge that we have on these tablets, they're meant to better everyone at some point. It's something we want to share one day. I didn't think that it would be a problem to hand over a little bit of it to a Church of Secrets.
It's
I
not.
honestly would not care, but we are trying to avoid attraction right now. Why did you drop your illusions?
Because I didn't want to be in front of.
She touches her face, looks around, and kind of pulls up her hood.
You
Goddess of
think
secrets.
that you think the goddess Morgani is more important to keep your true face on than the god Bahamut. They are both the parents of your chosen god.
I didn't hide my face from Bahamut.
You did. You were a green dragon there.
Oh, right. But yes, Bahamut, your god. Tiamat and Morgani were my gods when I needed them. I don't mean any disrespect to Bahamut, but yes, Morgani and Tiamat are more important to me. Which is
Faith or not, again, I don't think you're wrong to think that this information is fine to share, but it is also good to talk to people first.
right. I apologize for not bringing it up. I didn't think that it would be this much of a problem. But that's
And what book are we giving them?
I don't know. I was hoping to. I was trying to just transcribe something on the chapter of gravities on the tablet.
That will
And
take
hands
you
that over.
forever. That is a lot of paper.
Yes, and I was willing to do that for.
It can take
But if we
weeks,
take-
Iala, to transcribe something.
Agriculture.
Yes,
Yes, we have a
actually,
book. We have a book on agriculture, don't we?
and that could help a lot of people if it gets out.
And it's not technologically disruptive as much as everything else is.
Yes, give that book over.
Okay.
That would be fine.
Yeah, ask her if she can transfer it from. Use a spell to transfer it from one text to another.
I mean-
That way we still have the book.
I will point out for those that are upset about this. Remember, we did let Awful have some selected works as well. So this is not much more than that.
He got ties to us before all this.
Yes, I know, but let us be calm, and if giving this book over helps Yalia get to do her research, which is very important to her and will make her happy, and we do that, okay? I look over at Yalia and I go, I hope you understand. I want you to get what you are looking for, okay? I just wish we had,
Oh no.
not let everyone's tempers get flared.
Well, I'm also going to say this temper flaring is kind of fucking bullshit as well. Let's try to have some trust in each other's decisions. Please.
We'll do better. Sorry, Papa. Right. Give it the book, and they can go do their thing.
He's gonna
I had stuff I was hoping to look for in there too, but that had also been completely ignored during all this. But I am sorry.
Well, then head back in and find what you're looking for. He sort of like runs his hand through his hair and looks surprised that he can actually do that like properly, forgetting his youthful appearance. And he goes,
I have hair.
consideration and trust. That's something we all need to work on. Right, this book, fuck it, I'm going to. This is getting out of hand. And he's just going to sort of groan a little as he stands up, because he's not actually young.
We can handle this. Did I just lose connection?
No, he's pausing. He's not really looking at anybody. He's just sort of like doing a fixed stare at a point in space. And then he just
Let him do it, Papa.
he pulls the book out and he goes, right, I trust you to do it then.
Iala puts out her hand for the book.
He'll hand it over.
Thank you. I had forgotten we had something so simple as agriculture.
We have a lot of things, and a lot of it occupies more of our minds than we would wish. It's easy to forget the gentler things.
All right. Hopefully this will not be too much longer.
Oh, did she agree to the rights?
No, she was actually quite upset that we even brought it up.
What?
Because we're asking her to do something that is not of our religion, and I can understand where she is coming from. She will give her word as a priestess of Morgani.
Honestly, it's an agriculture book. Don't hold her to anything. Just let her have it.
Well, get her word. She says, fine. Whatever.
We also have to learn to trust people.
I'm not agreeing to that so much. I'll trust you all, but...
Not everyone is a pernicious pain in our butt ranger.
The less trouble we give this person, probably the better, because we don't want them going to find out who these annoying adventurers were that bothered them today.
All right. Let us...
Oh, sorry.
Unfortunately, they have a name now, so hopefully they do not go to the guild anytime soon.
Well, all in on the trust then.
If it becomes a problem, I will deal with it. You don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
I don't need... you don't need to jump through any hoops for me.
Right then. Go get what you need.
Iala returns to the temple.
Right.
Rowena will be following along.
Okay. Anyone else
Going
going
back to-
in then?
Noah's going to go back in.
Okay.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay.
Melaka was just in there on her own.
Where'd everybody go?
Actually,
Poor Melaka.
since Noah didn't really say anything, can Noah just have been in there looking at the books
Yeah.
that were available?
Yeah.
Okay.
You needn't have come out.
Yeah, Malika would just be watching Noah
Right.
then.
Okay.
During that.
You heading back in to look for stuff, Taryc?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Maltori is going to sit back down with you, Nim, and just let out a long, harried sigh.
Mavis is shaking her head. That girl's pride's going to get us killed.
It's not just her pride. It's... Yes, the dropping into the skies. I get it, though. You know my... Don't say anything, but you know my love for pageantry.
Oh, I know. It is. I entirely understand why she does it. There's something beautiful about doing this flashy reveal into the temple of, behold, my God, I should reveal my true face to you. It is beautiful and romantic.
I also
and
can't
stuff, but...
say that it's not a good holy act either, revealing your secret onto Morgani. If I were less paranoid, maybe I... Am I too paranoid, Mavis?
I don't know. There are actually people out trying to get you.
There are legitimately people trying to murder me and take you all away from me.
you want to just go back to the Bahamut Temple and let them settle this?
No, I'm not leaving them here, but we are heading back there directly after they're done. Inside, the kobold sort of glances back up as Iala, Cassian, and Taryc rejoin, and she's just giving that sort of like appraising look.
I apologize, there was a bit of a mix-up with our group. I have a better text for you here, an actual physical one, to be copied.
And has the young, she looks at Cassian now under guise, the young lady explained that I won't be accepting any rights?
Correct. I wasn't expecting any when I came in here. I would
It was
like...
a bad idea, and I again apologize.
Well, so I'm to understand that you wish this to be kept secret, though.
This is a little less sensitive than what I was planning. I was reminded that we have this, and I would like it to be at least carefully provided. It's...
Then may I?
passes the book.
She looks at it and she just sort of like leafs through the first few pages, and you can see like immediately curiosity, just that lust for knowledge on her face, keen gaze, eyes flicking over the pages rapidly, and almost as if forcing herself before she gets carried away, she then snaps the front closed. Okay, I will read through this. And I will sit on it for a time.
All right.
Perhaps maybe until... And she actually glances upwards. I get a feeling that I shouldn't. Is that acceptable?
That is fine with me.
I assume you want this physical copy back?
Yes, please.
Then if you give me... she actually looks over the tome, which is quite heavy, and she goes, 2 or 3 days of spell work to transcribe it?
Of course.
In that
Made
case...
of that nice material.
Yeah, one of her clawed hands is
gorgeous.
just gently stroking over it, feeling it. Like, you can see her eyes look to the book binding as much as the words. And she goes... In that case, you will have access to our archives whenever you need.
That is most appreciated.
And she goes into her pocket and pulls out a gold piece.
I would like to make at least this for a donation to the church for your time.
Wealth is not a problem for us. If you are to... This is why we ask for knowledge more than tithe. It's more important.
All right.
If you are to spend that, the Myri Church runs a fine orphanage.
All right. Thank you for the tip.
She pockets it again with thoughts to do just that later.
She nods and goes, then I will get working on this right away. If you want access to the archives now, I can unlock the door for you.
I think my fellows are a bit tired right now, so I might come back and take up your offer at a later date, maybe tomorrow.
Of course. Then she sort of like hugs the book very tightly to her chest, and she goes, and may Morgani's blessings go with you.
Is that knowledge is in good hands? I bid you farewell.
The rest of you, if you want to look at the archives yourselves, you're more than welcome. Otherwise, she just gestures at the shelves around. Look what you need here.
I will not be partaking in the archives. This is
Oh,
Ialia's gain.
One sec. What are you looking for?
I'm just reading. I just collect
No,
knowledge.
she like waves a clawed hand at the Iala.
I want to know more about my blood, my ancestry, and ways to achieve it.
No, you not know you're looking for ascension.
Yes, in so many words.
We do have a few tomes on that matter, and yes, they are in the private archives.
She like visibly perks up to that, like stands up straighter, and her wings kind of. She just unconsciously furls them.
In fact, I'll get them ready for you.
Yes, please.
Certainly. She sort of like looks to Cassian and Melaka and Noah and Taryc and goes, "Any information you're after?"
Actually,
I was just-
also after some.
I
go
was
ahead,
just
Noah.
perusing.
Okay, what about you then? Just looking at Taryc.
First, I'm going to motion over towards Saeed.
It's a fine Drake.
I unfortunately do not know much of Drake, so I was hoping to try to find information about what he is, but I was also thinking that some place might have
Look,
information.
that's an Elrassian guard Drake, for one.
Thank you.
It's-
Actually,
if
she's
you,
actually going to pull out a little piece of her vellum.
they're distant relatives of an Arcanist breed, but commonly found in Tuli, that's the name. I have some taxonomy books if you would like those.
Be appreciated.
There's a couple more detailed ones that are. I'm going. She actually suddenly looks very stern. And that's right. I will remind. Please wash carefully before you come, and read some of our more delicate works. The taxonomy work itself is rather delicate. So.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Arcanic. That's a good point. Do you have books on the Dragon's Spine Mountain?
Oh, she actually sort of motions to one of the walls. There's a few there. We have some exploratory notes out back.
Excellent. I'll start work on these.
I'm
Noah walked over to the shelf.
If you want something more in depth, though, I'm afraid you'd have to go to Arcanist. Obviously, you might also want to try your luck with the guild. It's a popular spot to travel to, so.
Thank you. I'll
Yeah.
see if I can make it.
Yeah. She adjusts her glasses a bit and then just lifts the book up and just goes, "Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but next time you go seeking information, maybe ask for it first. I would have actually given you access to most of those works."
That
If
was.
you... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go.
No, you sounded like you were doing what she was saying, so go ahead first.
I don't. Was that at me or was that at?
Everyone.
Everybody.
That's a fair point. Here, I was
Yeah,
commenting on Iala knowing how to use libraries.
Well, it's partially my fault. I've been here for 40 years. I should have. So access to a library is something you tend to have to pay for, or in our case, trade for or show faith for. But if you're just looking for specific works, I would have asked for a small tithe and just locked you in a room with the work.
Oh. Yeah.
My other curiosity may be more than that.
Oh?
It's information about my god's twin, his lands, Old Moldreth, Cassic's lands.
Oh,
Right.
she puts her hand to her heart. For a moment, I thought you were saying you worship.
No.
No, you mean chorus.
No,
Okay, right. Yes, I see. I see.
worship Chorus, but some things I have found out recently directing me towards Old Moldrath, but have
Old Mordreth.
not
It's
found
not
any
something that rings a bell, but there might be a couple of works that might make mention of Korsk's or Cassic's lands. I'll check I'll see what I can find.
Thank you very much.
If you don't mind, though, after I've transcribed the rest of this, because that's going to be...
Oh, absolutely. I apologize for my outburst earlier also.
Yes, you, Yeah, she actually looks over the rest of you again and just goes, they're not very together.
They need a guiding hand at times, it seems like.
A bit.
Well,
It's
you all seem rather young. And she just smiles and just goes, right, well, I'm going to begin work on this then. She looks like she wants to leave, but she's watching people perusing the books.
Taryc's going to start heading out because Taryc's not going to do it. Not today. She can do it later.
we will see you later then.
Right, well, good day to you then.
Mother Superior, I again apologize for my transgressions.
She waves a hand and just goes, it's fine, apology accepted. I wanted to let you know that it was rude, not that I was angry. A little bit, but you know.
Still, it was rude and I was taught better, so I apologize.
Then, for a better meeting next time.
I will bow and head out.
She's gonna sort of like, once you guys start to buy and just turn away and just to sort of mum to herself, children.
Because we have no idea how old that kobold actually is.
You know, she's over 40.
Yeah, over 40.
And you figure she probably wasn't a kid when she started there.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think she's a dragon still.
Kobolds are dragons.
You're a dragon.
Tiny
You're a dragon. I'm
Everybody's
a
a
dragon.
dragon.
This entire
Everyone's a
city
dragon.
is going to be assumed to be dragons by the time you guys are done.
We're going to actually find out this whole time we're actually in Arcanus.
Yeah.
We
You never left. Yeah.
They're just messing with us.
Right.
We're still stuck with Morris and Javi.
You guys start coming on out, and I always called him Torin Fell. Now Tori is going to glance up and be like, success.
Problem solved.
Well, marvelous. Right. I'd offer a nut, but he is there, sort of shakes the empty bag.
That is fine.
And
How cool.
And just for
defender's
reference,
right
the
over there.
Yuli,
Mhm.
the second you started to say Torin, I was getting ready to scream fireball.
Not on the streets.
Right.
Don't give us a bigger rap sheet.
Then
Yes, you,
home.
Just I imagined Cassian reaching for a spell book like someone goes for a gun. It's just attached to his hip.
Back to base then.
It is.
Back to
I
base.
want to go back to base. We could do that.
Yes. Kids, if you want to go out after you've delivered me back there, you are welcome to. But I'm done with outside. I'm done with it. There's too much walking.
I think
You
I
want
am
me to
good.
give you a ride back in secret, Papa?
Don't tempt me. Oh, I want to ride on the magic hand.
Oh, I wasn't offering you that.
I know, but that's what I want.
I wish I could give you the ride on the magic hand.
I know. It's,
I can tell you it's really cool. I found out it can make a fist, and I could still ride on top of it.
I'm jealous. I am so. You do not know how I'm. You know, one spell I've never been able to find.
Big hand.
Yes. Oh,
That's the one you told me about the other day that you really like.
I long for it. I saw someone use it once, and then they didn't share it with me. I almost stole their book, you know.
Well, let's keep an eye out for it.
Nim.
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence check.
I'm not an intelligent person. I don't want this.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'm gonna inspirate. I'm gonna
Inspirate.
inspirate this shit.
Reroll plus proficiency.
I got worse.
Nice.
Oh,
Well,
And you you guys start heading back to the Bahamut Church.
Could you
It's that
just
sad
not
thing
use...
if I would have realized he had it in his stuff
He-
all along when I looked through it.
Yeah, he has it in his spell book.
Yep.
Could you
Maltori.
just not use the Trixie ring and then Mage Hand just...
Don't want to be small.
Right.
What is it,
Maltori,
Taryc?
is there? I do not understand. But is there not a way you could recreate it on your own?
Listen, in my youth, I created many a spell that I then discovered other people had written. So many variants of the same bloody spell over and over again. Yes, I could, but it's such an
Maybe
endeavor.
this will be something I try to do, because then I could have 3 hands.
Oh, greedy girl, you sure you shouldn't have that bell?
It
I
would
don't
be an
know. I think
alliteration.
Talia would bite me if I tried to take the greed bell.
No, I wouldn't do that. You'd be split in half. I would flick you.
Oh, well,
Incredible.
no, you pick your violence.
you,
I refuse the raspberry.
you guys head back to the temple, and it's it's early evening at this point. You guys have spent a good day out. Perception checks and such as you travel back again.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I want to learn Maltori's Mage Hand.
I'll do
Good
insight, 'cause that's what I
liberation.
did last time.
I'm going to do insight as well because I can insight.
Okay.
Nope.
Wow.
I'm excited about the books.
All right.
That you're gonna go read tomorrow.
Noah and Taryc, you feel confident that you're not being tailed or anything. Nim, you can tell that people might be starting to talk about you, though, especially as you're going back down streets you've already come along.
Mhm.
And that might be a problem, it might not, but, you're becoming a bit of gossip because, yeah, you're a striking little group even in disguise.
Mhm. Also, there might be that little bit of did that dragon go from red to blue?
Yeah. Wasn't there a green one earlier? So many dragons in town.
I'm the green one now.
It's
It
fine. It's fine. Dragons change color randomly. Everyone knows that.
It is Pride Month.
Iala just starts strobing through colours.
Nice.
As long as she doesn't light up at the same time, we're fine.
Right. You'll make it safely back to the temple, which Maltori is gonna go back in and just settle down into a chair, stretching out with a groan, putting his feet up, and he just, if you are heading back out, would somebody be so kind as to put on a pot of tea for me first?
I have that magic teapot. I can just give you some more tea. Oh, I'll go get some tea with the teapot.
I want
'Cause I had
lots of tea.
I went to go get my mage hand to go grab that picture I grabbed earlier, which works all day. So
Can
it's
you-
Maltori tea.
Can you fill up a few cups? I can reheat them with Presti.
How about I just stay here with the picture and we can just keep refilling?
I know
It's fresh
you
and
want
hot
to go
every
to your
time.
basement classes.
I don't want to go to my basement classes. I want to spend
I do.
tonight with my father, learning about magic.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You're not doing this out of pity for me, are you?
No, it is because I'm paranoid and scared of going out on the street at night.
Well, you got your big, strong friends to protect you. And frankly, I know that
Noah.
you are something to be feared on the streets at night, Mavis.
He does have a point on that. Both sides of it.
Maybe, Papa, I am afraid of what I will do to somebody if they decide to try to take us, okay?
Mavis, I would fully expect any one of you to do a bloody murder if somebody tries to take you. I, in fact, demand it. Your lives are more important than any bloody bounty hunters.
Would be fun.
No, that's not the way we think about it.
Let's not actively try to get into the fights.
We should, though, ensure that we stand above any attempts
However,
to us.
if you actually want to stay here and keep me company, I'd be more than glad for it.
I would love to get to Doug tonight. And also, Arwa's going to be back at some point, and I want to see her too.
That's true. I wonder how it's going for.
And Nami likes it okay here, right?
Nami, is that the wall?
Nami doesn't like the Bahamut Temple. Does Nami like the Mirror's Temple better?
Nami seems to think, and even though you can very clearly tell that he hadn't even bothered to consider the Mirror's Temple as anything important, he is going to nod.
My little traitorous bastard. I love him. All right, well, maybe we'll go there tomorrow, Nami. But
well, in fact, why don't... okay, how about tomorrow? We stay in tonight. I do a little lesson with you. We get some good rest, and we go to some of those blasted acting classes, and then we visit their little midnight thing tomorrow. I'll get a nap during the day.
Sounds good.
We should probably stop showing our faces today anyway.
That's a fair point.
Can I just show a different face?
Yes, but frankly, we really do need to attend those basement classes because I am giving an F for inconspicuous.
Were we able to pick up our rings on the way back?
Oh, yes, you were.
Okay, just double check that. Yes, okay, we got our rings on the
Yeah,
way back.
I think these basement classes will be handy because even disguised, my gods.
Relax ourselves.
Yes. So, I think maybe these bloody actors can help.
I think that is a good point, is that you are wearing disguises, but you are all acting as yourselves.
I'm doing
Also-
fine.
Also,
You're changing your color.
I mean, look, the wanted posters don't have acts like a. No, I'm going to stop myself there. They don't have our personality descriptions on, but that's not. We're all very showboaty, flamboyant people.
That is what I meant. We need to blend into crowds, lay low, stalk through the grasses. That there is no grasses here, but it is what I am used to.
Miss Mavis?
I was going to say, as much as I really would enjoy spending time at the Mirror's Temple and us learning some things that I think would make us better adventurers in general, we have a very short amount of time, and we need to find this Tebin Dalara.
Oh, fuck! That's right, Tebin!
Noah, can you cast Locate Person? I know you can locate a lot of things with your spells. Is there a spell like that for you? I actually don't know if this is a spell on Noah's list at all, but I thought Noah had something for like locate creature, or Taryc had something like locate creature, so I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, the 4th level druid, ranger, wizard, paladin, cleric, bard.
Okay, because I don't really remember, but I thought Noah had said something about it at one point.
I don't have a spell slot to cast it yet, so I don't have it.
I do not.
Thought you had locate object last time.
Oh, is it locate object? Okay.
Druid's a preparation caster, right?
They learn every day. Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. So you could do it tomorrow if it's not prepared.
Is there a locate person?
It's locate creature.
Yeah, I have locate creature.
Oh.
Do you have the spell actually learned?
Yeah.
You got it prepared?
Say something!
Yes, I do.
I was just
I was thinking it had to be locate person, and I just went to look for locate person, and there's not locate person.
I was playing Nim. Nim doesn't know the names of your crazy ass spells.
I would, Nim. I don't have locate person here. I just have locate person, locate creature, locate hominid, locate.
I don't have locate person. I have locate person.
Humanoid. Okay, well, Cassian, can you actually cast that spell?
I'm checking right now to see if I have the reagent. I don't think there's any major reagents to it.
It's just fur from a bloodhound, and it's
general
so
material,
you can just have a focus, so it's fine.
I'll cast the spell.
He grabs a fistful of Taryc's hair.
I'm a cat, not a dog, and definitely not a bloodhound.
All right. Um,
Aren't
It's only
hyenas-
within
Those
1,000
are
feet. So
yeah.
it's
hyenas
not
are
great.
close
or
to
Field
cats.
Forma.
Yeah.
so you cast it, you name Tebin, and the spell doesn't pick up anything.
That's a range.
Yeah, it's got a short range.
They're
Of
not in
1,000
range
feet.
of a. They're not within 1,000 feet as the crow flies in any direction from us.
That is good to know, but we should be putting our energy, I hate to say it, instead of as much fun as taking the mirrors classes is. We should be trying to get word on the street to find out where this Tebin Dalara is. And Iala actually did a good thing, getting a good in with it fancy Morgani priestess. She might know who the scribes are in town and
That's
people who
actually
do
a good
stuff.
point.
And you might see if they know a Tebin Dalara.
Oh, good. I did something right today.
Mavis.
No, you did do a good thing, right? I've been on board with you. I just say that we have to do this good, yes?
Yes.
I am very
So-
scared of what is going to happen to all of us. That is the only reason I am mad, is because I'm scared. And I don't
Paranoia
want
will make us
someone
each
to hurt
other
my friend.
alive.
I have
Yeah,
complete
stop
faith.
doing that.
The difference is I have complete faith in all of you. So
I'm casting the
That's
spell
very
again,
sweet. Yes.
I have faith in our enemies.
and I'm naming Torn Fell.
Nothing happens.
Okay, good.
Probably got non-detect.
That would be really sad if that worked.
If that pinged like 400 feet from us, it's like, oh no, he's in the walls.
The alien motion tracking noise starts happening.
Womp, 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 womp.
Pink.
what, 10
Mavis.
feet.
I liked how there were three
approaching.
different sounds there of people trying to imitate a motion tracker, and none of them were accurate.
I can't remember what it sounds like. Sorry, what were you saying? You said Mavis.
Yes. Arwa. She has history of unscrupulous deeds from her
She's a wonderful
past.
little
She's-
thief, yes.
Yes.
She is a wonderful businesswoman.
If not trying to put a target on her, but is there a way that she could look into her connections to
She
find
was-
such a individual?
Talking to some of her connections today, I think, on a
Ah.
little bit of doing things, but she's not back yet.
Uh,
And Nim looks a little worried.
you want me to do a sending?
Yeah, if you don't mind. I know your spell slots
Oh,
are
well,
precious.
just checking in. Let us know you're okay. Are you going to be back soon? She's fine.
No, not
She
good.
should be in another hour or so.
Alright. I just don't want her getting kidnapped by somebody.
Well, it's
Good thing to worry about.
to hopefully provide multiple avenues of attack in regards to finding our target. The scribes of the Morgani temple and whatever Awa can't suss out.
Well, we need to talk about one important thing. We're going to talk about how we go about doing this, but also once we know where this person is, how are we doing it? Is somebody going to try to sidle up to this person, talk to them? Are we going to sneak into their workplace, try to
I
look at
think-
their ledgers? What
I
are we
think-
going to do?
We
or
need
both.
to figure out where they are first, or what they are.
Well, Well, I'm saying after we find that out, which way are we taking? Because some people will get excited and want to start running forward.
Let's all agree now. We'll find out. We'll see how easy any option is, and we won't do anything until we've all decided. If they're
Yes,
in
that's
some
good.
like unkept store with loads of windows and easy sneaking in points, and we probably want to do, that.
It might well be that they are in the castle itself. There could be an actual court scribe.
Yeah, we also need to know if this is somebody in charge of a bunch of scribes, or whether this is, a mage or an artificer with,
Some sort of thing. Also, are they part of the guild? Because we cannot go near the guild hall.
It would be very.
I can.
It would be unusual
one
for the guild to have somebody in actual constant employ. That sort of thing tends to be, sourced out.
Contract.
Yes.
Yes. But I think that would be more important than the mirrors thing. And I want to do the mirrors thing very badly, but
Yeah, we can do that in the morning and see where that puts us in the afternoon. Maybe if we're up with some optimism, we can get that done before lunch. Goodness knows, we're going to wake up early.
It'd be nice.
Speaking of which, Papa, would you like to have a quieter place to sleep tonight?
Yes.
All right. When Arwa gets back, you and me and Mommy and Arwa will adjourn to my sanctum.
What? What? You can do that now?
What?
I've got permission from my great Kula. I could feel it. She's going to let me bring people in.
Oh, well, marvelous.
It'll give you an added protection for the night, and the bell should be much quieter.
Okay.
There.
Well,
When? How often do they do the bells? Just the 6 and 7?
no, every hour.
Every hour.
Every hour.
Well,
Morning.
they stop after midnight.
Yeah, okay, that is they.
Yes.
I was just
They
saying.
seem to start up at what was it, 6 bells?
Yep, 6 a.m.
Yes. Okay, I just did not remember them ringing last night, and I was making sure.
Okay.
I somehow didn't sleep through that.
Children, today, for those that would like to attend lesson, I'm going to try and teach you a cantrip.
Oh.
Oh.
One sec. Sorry for the extra sending. Could you bring back food for all of us so we don't have to venture out? Thank you. Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. Who's attending lesson?
I would
I am.
too.
Right. If you're not, get out. So I hope you're staying here. Right.
Melaka stands.
Well, you don't want to learn?
I don't understand what you do with your fingers.
That's why I'm
sorry.
trying to
Why-
teach you. It's a very simple
easy
spell.
enough.
It's the first one I ever taught Awa.
She
And
sits back
Cantrip
down.
is this?
What?
What cantrip are you teaching?
It's a simple cantrip to snuff out lights, candles.
Melaka reaches over to the candle and just crushes the flame with her hand.
Okay, now do that from like 30 feet across the room.
I can throw something at it.
No.
It takes out axe.
Right.
Oh, wait, I already know how to do that.
Okay. Do you want to stay here or not?
Uh,
I would like to learn.
Right.
Iala takes a seat.
All right.
I think I'm going to go do the deception lesson, the midnight
I will
lesson.
go with Noah.
Okay
My
then.
And we picked up our new
Apologies,
rings, yeah?
Maltori.
Yes.
Okay.
Noah,
Still
let's
briefly
go
flashes some jealous
dance.
colors because she wants to go there
Or
too,
whatever
but
we're
she also
gonna be
wants
doing.
this. She's conflicted.
Keep that up. Yeah,
That's always
even
going to
the
look at your
bells.
tail. And
What? What?
you want... Listen, I'm here all the time.
Papa, I have to feed a bell.
Did you feel the jealousy?
Yes.
Did you fed it?
And I have to keep filling it. I
Okay.
don't know how much this thing takes.
Right.
And also, I would be jealous if anybody got to learn spells from you and I wasn't here. I'm feeding it either way.
Right. Okay, be safe, you two.
will do.
I think I'll go with
Land.
you just in case.
Okay,
Alright.
be safe, you free.
And Cassian's pulling up his hood.
Okay. All right, 3 of you are heading on out. Lows that remain. Maltori's going to begin. Again, he's already started with some of you. Some minor magic lessons. And can I have intelligence checks from each person?
Yeah, I was not
Oh.
gonna.
I can
see
do
that.
those now.
Nope.
Oh no,
I'm
Mavis.
trying so hard.
Jealousy from Caris.
I mean, you do get advantage because of Nomi.
Is 11 high enough or no?
11's high
It
enough.
got worse.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I was just seeing if I was using my re-roll.
Nim is very uneducated, and this is hard because the way she gets magic doesn't work the same as anybody else's, right? She's given it by somebody else who walks her through it, so this is hard.
I am going to have. Should I give me a +2 to that?
Shouldn't you just use one of your rerolls?
I only have one reroll.
I'm the one that has 2 re-rolls, so unfortunately,
I'll use one reroll. Thanks, shall I?
I got better.
Yeah, you know what? Nim, you're gonna get to roll again,
Oh no.
and I have a justification for this.
No.
Personal study.
Well, actually, kind of, because Maltori is focusing on you.
Oh.
Okay. Nim, it does take you a bit more effort than the others. It's hard to grasp. Part of it because, this magic, you really haven't had this kind of magic. You haven't had this kind of education, and you're so used to just having someone else's power surge.
Mm-hmm. Because of everybody who uses magic in the party, Nim's the only person that's completely reliant on somebody else.
But after a good few hours of, admittedly, frustration, this isn't easy. You will all learn a simple cantrip, which I will now paste here. You learn the cantrip, Douse Light.
Nice.
Nice. You can actually get rid of dancing lights. That's nice. Yeah. Oh, it's got a nice range.
You do the Dumbledore thing. First scene of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Thump, 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 thump.
Yeah.
Papa, look, I did it!
Oh, well done. Oh, well, good. Well done, Mavis. Well done. Good job, all of you. This is a simple spell, but one that's immensely useful in the right hands.
Oh, do you have any more of these? That was... I'm surprised how easy... Oops. How easy that was to... Lights!
Why would you do this?
Oh, but like that,
You're sitting in darkness after candlelights are being snuffed out, and suddenly, boing!
I'm gonna cast Douse Light on it. Use the cantrip.
The worst thing is I have the super incredible dark vision, so it's just like night vision getting blinded.
Okay. Yeah. There it is. You're all able to learn Douse Lights. Lowell's heading on out to the midnight basement lesson. Are going to need to make me investigation checks to find the basement entrance.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm not there to help you.
Fuck me.
Yeah, Cassian's there. They're going in.
All right. As Melaka and Noah are sort of like looking about aimlessly, there's all these little like, hey, this looks like a basement hatchway. Wait, it doesn't move. It's fake. It's fucking fake.
Why is it all fake?
Cassian, you're just watching them go, and your gaze just wanders over. You see where some scuff marks are on the floor where people constantly tread near this piece of wall. You just head on over, and you just see like, well, all of the other stones are set in that offset way, for stability. Here is a perfect grid of stones, and you touch it, and it's... Oh, that doesn't feel like stonework at all. At least not solid stone. It's just a facade over a little hatch that opens up.
Stairs or a ramp?
Favorite thing, stairs.
Unfortunately, stairs.
The grumbling begins.
Melaka and Noah, Cassian found a staircase, and now you get to watch a centaur go down a admittedly narrow, steep set of stairs.
This is going to be fun.
Yep.
Athletics or acrobatics?
We're going to say acrobatics for this one.
How narrow.
I
Narrow
want to
enough.
re-roll that.
You're gonna re-roll that.
I'm re-rolling that.
Malaka's hips are going to be a problem.
Okay.
And because I have the power to do so, I'm going to wheel that.
You're gonna wheel that.
Yep.
Okay.
You
What
sure
you
you don't
gonna
want to woe that?
do? 13.
13.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, it's a re-roll, so plus proficiency as well. So that's
yeah,
above
so
15. Yeah.
Yeah, 17
That
now.
would be a 17 now.
All right. Oh yeah, you guys are at 5 now, right?
Yeah.
Four.
Or
still
still.
plus
No,
4.
4.
4, 5, 6. Oh,
10
but it's a
plus
17.
4
I can
plus
do
3.
mathematics. Shut up.
It's 13 that gets it.
It's okay,
Yeah.
baby.
You yes, you are fine. It's a little nerve-wracking, but you are able to navigate down the stairs. Melaka, it is a bit of a squeeze. It is more you have to stoop more than you actually have to sort
Yeah.
of bring your shoulders in. But you got to do that a bit as well. It is shoulder brushing. But you guys are able
Has
to.
anyone ever used ramps?
They're not
You know how
accessibility
fun-
friendly here. Yeah, you
It would
are.
have been funny to watch you slide down that.
You are able to
down
enter
there.
down into here, and immediately there is a scent of just like baked bread. You come down and you see a bunch of people milling around a table. There is a little portable stove set up, and people appear to be making bread. Someone
Oh.
glances up. This young man who has sort of shaggy greyish hair, a little bit stubble on his chin. Very angular, knobby features. But he gives you a toothy grin and goes, "Oh, welcome."
Are we late?
Oh, only by a few minutes, as expected for first timers. Oh, it's your first time, right? I think I'd recognise any of you.
I picked up a barrel and there wasn't a door underneath it.
No, they changed that years ago.
So I was. Yes. Of course. The barrel door was a door.
I'm just ribbing you. There's no barrel door. How expensive it would be to change the door constantly.
I imagine quite.
Well, welcome. There's a table over there. Dough available.
What do we
Rowena
do?
will go sit.
What are we doing?
with-
We're baking bread.
okay.
I can't get over this. We're baking bread.
All right. So,
Sorry.
we're baking
You
bread.
went to a Mirror's church, you have to expect this.
I know.
Yeah.
If you want a key or some other object to settle properly in the midst of the dough and not sink
Oh,
down,
that makes. Oh, I get it.
and you're gonna get lessons on concealment in food.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So if somebody you know is trapped in the prison cells at the castle, this is how you hide a key or a nice file to
It's
help
also
get them out.
a decent baking lesson as well.
Learn how to make bread.
That tastes good, right?
It has a slight metallic taste, but it's fine. It's fine.
Here's how you get a varied sheen on the finished product. That way, if a guard
Yeah.
decides that he wants to have one of the rolls, he's gonna choose the most delectable of the bunch. You don't put the key in that one, because he'll break his tooth, and you get caught.
I'm making notes on the actual cooking part and not the key part. And it's like, oh,
All right,
that's how you do the glaze.
that's
Okay.
That will be your first evening of rogue lessons, essentially. Which this finishes at 3 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that was fun, learning how to bake bread.
You guys,
Can we keep the failures?
yeah. Oh, you're encouraged to take your baked bread home with you. Reminder: take you practice objects out first. Don't really recommend eating around it, but if it's safe, then have at it.
I was going to just take a arms full of bread.
Right. Tomorrow we will not be practicing with things like arsenic, and he winks.
Poisons.
Oh no, a poison glass. No one needs this.
Winks back.
Do remember to bring any dyes that you have, preferably food grade.
Dice.
Mm-hmm.
Question.
Yes.
What is the dyes from insects good for food?
Depends on the insect.
But
Not everything you can wear is good to go in your tummy. That's a good thing to remember.
Just want you to eat your hat now.
I'll tell you, you're new. I'll have some dye ready for you. Okay.
Melaka does have dyes. She has dyes from previously. So she will take out her little dye kit for her scales that she paints her war markings on.
And what are these made of?
These are made from the beetles along the coastline between the grass and the sands. You
don't know what they are? Then we're not going to use those.
They are called...
Okay, so I have some spare dye, which I'll happily lend you newbies. Just try and be on time. Now you know the entrance, right?
The entrance that's there tonight, at least.
It's not going to move again. That would be really expensive.
It's gonna move.
Okay. Well, everybody, enjoy your bread.
Have a wonderful night.
I will. Thank you very much. It was nice having you here. Good, attentive students.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm letting the others go up first before I try to crawl my way up.
Right, you slowly make the climb out, and you guys are able to head back and join your fellows in sleep. Unfortunately, the sleep is interrupted by the 6 a.m. bell. You do not get a long rest.
Does it matter to the people who go in the ring? Because we can only vaguely know.
Yeah, you won't
what's
hear
going on outside.
that. I mean, you hear a very distant sounding thing, but yeah.
Yeah, so we're giving Maltori Noah's bed, and me and Arlo will take the pillow pile.
Nice.
Does it matter for Noah? Because they don't really sleep?
Yeah, you're fine. I think you technically only need a 4-hour long rest anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're fine. But those that attended the midnight class, long rest is a little bit of an issue, but it wasn't that much.
Are we going out in the morning?
You're being woken up. What you guys decide to then do? Does everyone want to just lay in?
Cassian's going sleep.
Yeah, this is a perfectly viable option if you want to lay in.
Those of us who didn't go got a long rest.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. I get my one hit point back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
better.
going to enjoy getting to, for the first time, get to take Papa into her sanctum and give him a nice night.
In that case, I think Noah, it's a little boring because all of your party mates are sleeping. Is there anything you want to do with your time?
Eat bread.
Okay.
And...
Yeah.
You have Kylela.
Kylela spends most of the night wiggling her eyebrows at you.
As you're eating bread.
Noah nods their head and gives them some bread too.
Frowny face succubus eating bread.
Huffy.
It was a different kind of bread.
Ha! Alright. What time do you guys want to sleep into? What bell toll do you want?
I'll let Maltori decide what bell we were going to, because Nim normally wakes up kind of early, but she's going to try and stay quiet in the ring for him. 'Cause I can only do 8 hours, so 8 hours is as long as we get the ring.
He's going to rouse naturally at about, it's between the 7 and 8 bell. Which he'll get up and go, oh my god, I actually slept.
Yes, and
This is
we're here
wondrous.
to watch over you.
Thank you, Fula. Thank
Yes,
you,
and the
Mavis.
nice thing is I don't think they can actually scry in here because it's in a weird dimensional place, so I think we're pretty safe.
Take that, you bastard. Right. How do we go? Oh my god, I just realized you could trap me in here forever.
No, actually, I can't. It's the way it wears out and everybody gets ejected.
Oh, thanks God. Not that I think you'd do that, but, you know.
No. If I could, though, I would totally hold people hostage.
Terrifying. Okay.
It would be a pretty amazing power. I wish Fula would let me do that. All right, so yeah, we're in the Arwa.
Yes, I'm ready, darling.
I'm gonna very big kiss. Okay, I get to hug on you for a little bit just before we're having the size disparity again.
Yeah,
I
she kisses your forehead.
Give Maltori a big hug, and look, neither of us had to wear a ring. How nice is that?
It's amazing.
All right, come on, Nummy.
Nummy stretches out lazily as you all exit.
Back to the accursed temple.
Once again, outside in the hallway. Actually, Noah, you were up. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Noah.
Well, sees everything.
Perception.
Yeah, I'm asking Noah to roll a perception. I'm already banking on failure for myself here.
Granted.
Right. Noah.
Yes.
You are going to see, well, you hear it, and then if you want to look, you can. If you want to be stealthy about it, you can, but that requires a roll. How do you want to? You hear it sound in the hallway.
I think Noah is going to go check, because I don't know if Noah's going to go check. I don't think Noah's paranoid enough to like go invisible and jump out and see what's there.
Yell boo.
Okay, so you're just going to poke your head out.
Yeah.
Right. You will poke your head out, and you will see the Archbishop, clad in like not in full vestments. He is wearing just like a simple, night robe. Kneeling down, laying the platter of bread and water on the floor. Outside, I'm assuming you guys re-up your wards, your alarm spell and so on. Laying this outside the alarm spell. You then see him stand up, trace a claw along one wall, then the other, mutter a prayer, and there is a light flash of light along those traces, and he's going to turn and leave.
But Noah takes a bite of one of their breads, and it's awfully nice of him, and goes back into the room.
Okay.
Could I actually do I would assume it's a religion check, whatever he's.
Do I understand what he's doing?
Arcana?
It's actually still technically Arcana.
Okay, I'm going to do an Arcana check.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good. Again, define stuff so you don't get the exact, but you understand at least the gist of what he's doing. It looks like he is doing a ward reinforcement. He is reinforcing something that is already there.
That's awfully kind of him. Noah goes back into their room and
Eats bread.
Yeah.
Right, the rest of you will rouse to Noah looking fucking stuffed as they've spent the entire night eating bread.
Noah have
Bread.
the amount of bread he's she's
No,
there.
do you want my gluttony bell? Holy crap!
Noah, don't actually feel that well in the morning.
So much bread.
It was
I
really
think one
good
of the-
though.
I'm taking one of the pitchers to make tea again and start filling up tea for everybody.
Marvelous.
Maybe I should have. Ooh, I should have taken gluttony.
You
pill
definitely
last
look
night.
like you rested well last night, Papa.
I did.
Do you have nightmares normally?
I do. How do you know? I don't make noise when I sleep, do I?
No, I'm just asking because you don't sleep that well usually.
No, yeah, everyone has nightmares. Of course I do.
Okay, well, you slept like a log last night.
This is lovely. Wonderful. Yes, a man could get used to this. Sound sleep and tea in the morning. Right.
Would you like some bread?
What bread?
This bread.
Is it hallway bread?
No, it's basement bread.
There is no
that we
basement
made.
bread.
What?
The basement bread was all consumed.
No, I ate it all.
But my bread.
It was really good.
I want my bread.
I think I got
No,
one.
do you
more
want
left.
do you want my gluttony bell? It looks like you're going for it.
I should have. I could have taken it last night. I think I got one more loaf.
Mine.
Why did you eat that much bread?
I
Yes,
Don't
Noah.
know.
Why did you eat so much bread?
That's a good question. I just
No, why didn't you stay up all night with?
There were
Someone
other
close to
activities
you.
available, Noah.
you had some of the bread. It was good.
It was good, but that's beside the point. She
Oh,
sighs
that's-
very dramatically.
You better take good care of Kylela.
I think I have one more loaf. Do you want one?
I don't
Suck
want your
up all
bread.
her needs.
That's not taking
Like
care of her.
My loaf of bread, Noah.
Okay, before you all murder each other over bread, where the fuck do you have bread?
We made bread for 3 hours, and you ate it all.
What?
That's a lot of bread.
That bread in the
That's
same
a
amount of
lot
time.
of bread.
Your secret classes for bread making?
You
Yeah,
brought back.
Cassian comes out having been roused by the roar. Where's the bread?
It's in his stomach.
It's in Noah.
Noah,
You meant-
did you
Her
take
stomach.
did you take
Wait.
their instruments out of the bread?
Of course I took the instruments out of the
Wait,
bread.
you went to the Mirrors Temple and you learned how to bake bread?
It was
Yes.
very
Yes.
in depth.
And it was very nice smelling bread. And you ate it all.
That's why
I have notes if you want.
Out of character,
Since-
did Noah also eat the bread that was delivered to us?
I'm very interested.
I don't
in
think
those,
so.
Cassian.
Okay, because if that was consumed too, I think Noah might explode.
Oh,
Nobody
no,
wants hallway bread.
Cassian's opening a blank book and putting it down in front of Nim.
How do you read books like this? It's freaking huge.
So big.
Oh, it's all Cassian quick scroll.
I know. How do you read books like this? It's all freaking huge letters.
Okay.
Well,
Is that
you
an
can
R or an
transcribe
N?
it to yours. It's a skill you need to learn to write in your spell book.
Not writing your bread recipe in my spell book. That's very
Well-
limited pages.
Well, Cassian's flipping to the next page. Well, this is all the information on how to hide stuff in your bread.
Huh.
Okay. Now, Tori sort of waves his hand. Ignoring the god of bakery or whatever Mirrors is now. Tebin. That's your task today, children. Tebin.
Ah, yes.
Bread.
Yes.
Yes.
No, not bread. Tebin.
Bread.
Gotta go make that
Tapping meat.
dough.
I will do that. Yes.
Just go out, find out, and actually figure out a plan. I'm staying in. I don't want to walk again.
All right.
Papa.
Okay.
Have fun. Vestibels of the church.
Yes.
They're done for the day. I
Every
think.
hour.
Well, for now.
It's fine. I'm awake now. I am going to do some writing of my own.
All right. So I will go ask about the scribes from the Maltori Church, not Maltori.
That's me.
Morgani.
Morgani.
Yes.
Oh, are we going to the Mayor's Temple for sermons today or after for courses?
Find out about Tevin first,
Focusing on
then
Teb and Delara, and
you can attend
fun
Maris.
stuff after.
If we can find any information on Deb and Talara.
Work first, then play.
If this is a mysterious man who's actually secret and offers his scribing services as secret, then I give up. But I'm acting under the assumption that it's a business that the guild operates with. It shouldn't be hard.
If
That is
Yalia,
my thought.
if you're going
But-
to the library,
Ask the
I will go
bishop.
with you.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a good.
That is actually a good idea.
I found out who delivers our bread, the floor bread in the morning.
Or bread.
Bread is
I'll go
involving.
talk to the bishop. Yalia, you want to talk to the Morgani temple?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who delivers the floor bread?
The bishop.
Bullshit.
Well, that is kind of them.
He comes over and reinforces our wards.
What? How do you reinforce an alarm?
That's a good question. I didn't think about it at the time.
Makes it
But-
louder,
Or adds energy to extend the duration.
or it makes it so that way he hears it too.
Huh.
Oh.
Creepy.
He was
Okay.
He
Can
was
the
making it more
alarm-
powerful.
Can the alarm spell hurt people?
If you're sensitive, I guess.
Possibly annoy
No.
the bejesus out of you?
Like
No,
a
it's a
spring trap
non-harmful
or a-
spell.
Oh.
Yeah, you just hear a bing.
It would be better if you cross it over. The alarm spell
Maybe ask him
goes
what he's
off
doing
and,
as well, Mavis.
And then they get
Okay, who wants to
caught
come
with
talk
a
to the
net or
archbishop and who's
spikes.
going with Yalia? I think 2 groups is good. I don't think we have a third destination.
I'll go with Yalia. They're pulling some books aside for me also.
Alright, is anybody else doing something with books? That
No.
needs to go there?
Guess
I'm not,
Tech-
as much as
no.
I want to go to a Tamari temple, I'm not dragging all of you along because none of you are interested.
We are currently focusing on Teb and Delara. We will do other churches after.
Yes.
But as soon as we get this bit of talking to those 2 groups, if you want to go to Tamari Church, we can schedule that for afternoon. Okay. So these 2 groups right now. Noah, you might go with Yalia, or you want to come with us to see Bishop?
I think I'll go with the Alia, and I'll get a head start on learning anything about the dragon spine.
Oh, that
We're
is
there
really smart. They probably have information about that. You're very
They
smart.
do.
did.
Oh,
they
that's
do.
great.
Right, marvelous.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
Our dear, if they don't find information, yes, if they do not find information, then I will do some things. But trust that they will. Yeah, of course. Right. Good luck, I suppose.
All right, we won't be far, Papa.
Okay.
Good luck. Yalia, Noah, and
Remember, if anybody tries to take you, kill them.
On
Well,
it.
Okay.
do be cautious on the streets, please.
Yep.
I know that everybody's very proud and loves who they are, but I would
Yes,
love
yes,
for who
I
you are to stay
understand.
free.
I understand.
Right.
I will give us a little edge on the traveling through,
And-
just in case we're trailed again. I'm going to press a button.
You
Once
two
we
are
have-
staying in this temple, correct? Mavis, Maltori.
I will be here
For
with,
now.
whoever's going to go talk to the Archbishop. I will be in the same temple. I won't be going outside. So if you want to go with them, that is fair.
I'm gauging where my abilities are needed most. If the protection of this temple is as potent as we all are hoping that it is, I would
Why
join
don't
the
you
others.
go with the Why don't you go with the street group? They're more likely to
I
catch eyes.
will go with the street group. I'll
Just
lead the
me
little.
and you, Cassian.
Hmm?
You're
Uh-huh.
coming with me to the Archbishop, but it's just
Yep.
you and me.
You guys split off. Well, you travel down the same hallway for a little bit, heading towards the outer reaches of the church. But a group of you soon leaves, and Mavis and Cassian head to find the Archbishop, which is easy enough. He actually does seem to take care of like the menial duties himself as well. You'll actually find him just doing some sweeping. He has a larger broom. He's sweeping between all of the pews. There are a few other acolytes and such doing it with him. They seem to be annoyed that he's with them because he is clearly giving a droning on lesson in no task is beneath us. But when you're
to do a mage hand, get a broom, and try to join in and helping quietly.
hey, oh my god, you know what? If it weren't
Rowena's also grabbing a broom and sweeping without saying a thing.
okay, 1 second. Let's roll this. He's got a very good perception, but I'm giving him disadvantage.
No, I'm not saying that's not going to be obvious to the dragon.
No, he is distracted.
Okay.
He's going to have disadvantage. Okay. So, how long do you guys want this to last?
I'm going to wait until he's ready and done.
We're helping.
Okay.
This is going to be a while.
Okay. So, to the other group.
Yep. Like the way I see it, we're helping the acolytes get it clean because they have to do this anyway. So we're just quietly helping them. We just showed up and started helping.
All right. So the street group, you guys are heading on out, heading back over towards the. How are you doing this first? You're heading straight to the Morgani Temple. Get your books. Yeah. Right. You're walking along familiar streets. Can each of you give me perception checks? Once again, gonna keep making you do these.
As a note, just in case it affects anything in yours, like I said, I was past when we went.
Yeah,
left,
I saw that.
Okay.
That's insight, not perception.
I like your little art, Noah. It's so fun.
Thank you.
There we go.
What is happening?
Oh my.
I pressed the wrong button.
There
Got
we
an
go.
18.
Okay.
31.
A nat 1 for you is a 14 in perception, Blair?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stupid wisdom.
Taryc and Noah
Not far off myself, so.
are going to notice something. As you're walking along, the Morgani Church is located in a rather nice part of the city. Not quite noble district, but like there are people in wealthy clothes walking these streets. Merchant class, that sort of thing. And the occasional what looks like to be a noble. And as you're walking along, you sort of just glance around and keeping watch, and you'll notice somebody's eyes following you. You see a rather well-dressed, looks like to be a very dark-skinned, as in like in grey-black tones, orc. But by the features, you think maybe Parvorken. Very fine clothes, a pair of spectacles that he is sort of like fiddling with and watching you all move. But that just might be curiosity, except Noah, Taryc, you notice him looking, but Noah, you notice the way his eyes flick about, as if tracking a tail behind Taryc. Taking in your features.
Looking through the...
And just looking puzzled.
We got someone looking at us. He's he seems to be looking at us in some sort of puzzled way. I don't understand. It's like he's trying to expect something, or he's noticed something that he's not. Noticed something strange.
You'll both see him briefly raise his glasses and then put them back down.
Let's take a detour and try and lose some of these eyes. small one.
Have magic glasses? Wondering.
I've heard of magic glasses. There's different kinds, but
Let's
he was-
go. Let's go down to the neighboring street. And Taryc, you continue on with them. I will wait on the corner.
I think he was looking at your tail, Taryc.
there's not a whole lot there.
Yeah, Taryk's in human form now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which is
Even
the
even if in Knolls don't have very big tails.
They have little
I mean-
wiggly tails.
And let's get out of here quick.
Out of
What?
out of character, just to make sure.
Okay, he was
that
looking
we're
at your
fresh.
immense amount of boobs.
No. Okay, that actually, I was actually asking because I was curious when you said the tail on me. I was wondering if you meant a person.
No,
tailing
no.
me, or the
Yeah.
actual
He
tail?
is clearly like looking at you as if you are not human.
Okay.
He's looking up higher at you, probably, also,
Yeah.
because you're way taller.
Yeah.
He's actually seeing that arcane impression of your true self. Essentially, that's the jive.
What would be to try and lose people on our way?
We're just gonna call that a stealth check.
So remember, we
Alright.
all have +10s to stealth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got past without tracing.
32.
I'm actually checking something because I am pretty
35.
sure I have. I just need to see what it's actually. It's only nature. Oh, moving silently. So yes, not that. I will not get advantage on that.
All right. You all move off, like going down a side street, and as you walk a bit down the street, he does actually appear at the end you just came in, and you see him sort of looking about and has clearly lost sight of you. Yeah.
Wow, I was at height of stealth to
You-
dodge Noah's last perception. Wow.
You slip away.
You want me to slip back? Or are we trying
No.
to obfuscate this?
We,
No.
we looks like we
Oh,
lost
please
them.
roll a stealth check for Saeed as well.
Oh, yes. Does he actually have stealth? He does not. So, let's see.
Dexterity.
Of course.
I mean, that is technically a 12.
Oh, but
Yeah.
But it is also a dragon. lizard,
Saeed is
scrambling down
happily
the hall.
trundling along.
Yeah.
Do you have your second reroll?
I still have both of mine. I just don't know if
Oh.
can I use them on
Yeah, you can use him on Saeed.
Oh. Okay. Does he get the proficiency bonus?
I will allow him to have a proficiency bonus, yes.
Okay. I just said the item. I don't even know if that works. Okay. So,
That's better. That's
that
a 28,
becomes
20,
that's
32.
a 32. Yep,
Okay.
that's better than mine.
Fuck me, Saeed. Okay. You lose Saeed briefly.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh god. Yeah, the fact that it's like, hey, it is probably like against the wall or something.
Walks along. All right. Yeah, you lose this man that seemed curious about you. Didn't look hostile or anything, just like confused.
gray-skinned half-orc. That is going on the list.
And you make your way to the Morgani Temple, where there is a kobold in there. Appears to just be cleaning up after a little morning service. And she sort of like gives you all a little beckoning wave, and she goes, "Oh, marvelous! I did prepare some tomes of interest for you all. You're ready to look, to read?
Yes.
Marvelous.
For a little bit, but we also had a question, if for you,
Oh.
if you might
Yes.
be able to help us. We were looking for a possibly a somebody by the name of Tebin.
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 Tebin Moore, Tebin Delara, Tebin Smith. What? Who?
Laura.
Evan Delara.
Delara.
Delara. Yes. Why?
He is
Why?
Let's see. 1 second.
You need. I mean, listen. I can scribe the book just fine. You don't need other services.
Oh, no. It's not for.
We were
it's a-
looking for other means of scripture writing that was not of interest to the temple here.
Scripture writing that's not of interest to me.
Not scripture.
Transcription.
Ledger,
We need,
yeah.
You don't know how much I like reading. But still, yes, he's a decent mage. Comes to attendance here as a good mage should. Runs a magical scribing service. How did you hear about him? You don't know where he is? Someone
we heard
recommend him
in
to you?
Yes.
We didn't think to ask.
Well,
Where he was.
word of mouth would be it.
located,
He's talented, but doesn't really advertise his services much.
We tried looking into it, but we got nowhere.
He's over Arkbridge. You'll have to head into the Noble Court district. Don't think his shop's particularly marked. I've never been there myself, but I know he's there.
Arc Bridge.
Yes, over Arkbridge. It's a gated bridge leads over into the Noble district. That you came in on boat. Some of you are.
Yes.
Yes. Did you notice a little island outcropping? Very nice houses on it.
Would I?
Just you may have. That's up to you. Basically, coming into port, you would have seen that is a sizable chunk that is separated from the mainland, but it's close enough. It's something you could build a bridge on. Yeah, it's basically a little rocky island outcropping that they've built on.
Recall of the place, yes.
Well, it's, some of the wealthier to do arc, no arch arc. Yeah.
Arc. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, it's where some of the wealthier families are. Friends and descendants of the king. And she says that word as if there's a little bile on the tongue there.
Bad taste.
Yeah.
Would asking for him there be something that would be okay to do, or would we just ask for his shop?
I think if you asked for him, that you're looking for Tebin services, the guards might be a little askance of you. I suggest you dress up.
Well, that is something we can do, certainly.
Is the services not that expensive? Are they
It's in the
reasonable?
Noble District, so
It's quite expensive, I imagine.
yes.
The man has a custom spell work. He's able to do multiple scribings from a pattern at once.
That may be an issue with our current funds.
Mm.
No,
There are cheaper alternatives, I don't really have the time, but I know of a few scribes, both mundane and arcane, if that's what you need.
Could you give us listings of them?
Yes. So there's Dawn. She's on the street by. You've seen the bakers on the way here. Has the big green sign. She's across from there.
Yes.
She's not the best mage, but she's able to get scribing work done fast enough. I know that the Talan Monastery actually offers up scribing services. They've got quite a few monks that are, just what they do. If you want that more personal hand. And she'll actually list off a few alternatives.
That is splendid, and thank you for recommendations of that.
Of course. Right. This way. I will be locking you in, just so you know.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Do we?
Just knock on the door when you want it opened.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
And
All right.
it's not a sign of mistrust or anything. It's, do this for everyone. It's good practice.
Yes, it's perfectly fine.
Right, she'll take you to. She leads you into the back where you see different marked rooms, and she's going to take you to one in particular that she does unlock with this big iron key. Opens it up, and there's a table in there with a few chairs, and there are some books and scrolls laid out in there.
It sounds like the library in my college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, valuable text. They lock you in.
Yeah.
Right, you washed and such, yes. And
Yes.
and be delicate. Especially that scroll work. It's also
Sensitive.
no candles near them. The natural light should be fine enough through the window. Don't care if the bars disrupt it. It's fine. You can do it. No candles. No magic fire either.
All right.
Other sources of magical light are okay.
Oh, yes.
They're not fire, correct?
Although the scroll that's got that green patterning on it, try not to leave it exposed in direct light too long. It's already started to fade. So just
Alright.
cover it when you're not reading, please.
Of course.
Right.
All right then.
Right. She lets you into the room, and then she's going to close the door behind you and lock it.
Who has one of those comm pucks in the other party? Cassian, right?
I do.
Brother, you're here with me.
So right.
Feedback. Bye.
Iala is going to take her comm puck and contact Cassian.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Cassian. We got a lead
Covering the
on...
compuck.
It's going.
We're in the middle of broom sweeping.
Yeah.
Suddenly a
that's-
voice barks
know
out
what?
of Cassian.
The Archbishop was already looking a little confused as a couple of the acolytes had started giggling a bit. But when that compact activates, his head snaps over, looking surprised.
Nim gets
Alright.
so startled when the comput goes off. Her two like spectral hands throw the broom in the air in confusion and fear.
Clattering
Right,
They're
he's
still
noises.
holding it, but then just suddenly goes up.
Rowena has this very, very sheepishly, call, and is scurrying off back.
Alright, you answer it?
Names. Yes, names.
Oh, hello, Cassian. Oh, sorry, I forgot these things are loud.
Yeah, the bishop just heard.
Oh, right. My apologies.
The bishop know who we are.
Yeah.
The bishop knows who we are. It's all the people in the room with the bishop that we didn't need the deal of Cassian for.
Well, we got a lead on Delara. Is there
Oh.
a scribing? They run a scribing service over in the Noble District in past Archbridge.
Archbridge. Okay.
So, we're going, since we came here for the books, we're going to peruse those for a little bit. Contact us if you decide to move out over there.
I'll bring it up to the other two wizards.
All right, thank you very much.
You do
Ciao.
that, and then you can get to reading. Cassian, you wander back over to
Yes. Well, sheepish. Sorry.
the Archbishop is
sheepishly
setting
putting
his
her
broom
broom back where
down
it
and just coming
was.
over to you guys.
Rowena's picking up broom and very sheepishly swinging.
Just how long have you been there?
About an hour and a half, I think.
There's both that look of disappointed in himself, but also vaguely amused on this dragon. Totally not a dragon's face. And he just nods and goes,
We were helping. It's a lot to
yes,
clean.
that you were. Very committed to the bit.
We were at the Mirrors Church yesterday, so
Ah.
we have an appreciation for it right now.
His smile actually widens a bit and goes, "That's a good kind of influence. That, well, now that you have suitably shamed me," and he sort of bows his head respectfully when he says that. I do get a little carried away with my lessons. How can I help you?
We found out that the scribe who made the Wanta posters for us that we want to look into is named Teben Dalara.
Oh,
And we were...
That's what the call was about.
Oh?
He's on Arc Bridge?
over Archbridge, I imagine. But the name isn't entirely unfamiliar to me. I don't know the man, but I've heard of his apparati. He's a capable mage who has stolen quite a bit of work from some of the temples.
Oh.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Why are you
There
looking
was a
for
bit
him?
of a divine intervention yesterday. The kind Mirrors angel that appeared before you earlier literally spilled some beans that spelt his name.
I see. I'm not going to inquire as to your business with him, if you understand me.
We
But
would
if you
want
need-
to know if we can prove that he made those flyers ahead.
Well, how you do so is not my business. But you're not going to get over that bridge as you are. However, I'm not a man without influence, he says, spraying his hands out. I have friends in the noble district of Archbridge. I could get you in.
That is something that we should consider. We have agreed not to move separately without the rest of the party, so
Sound
we would need
advice,
to consult with
yes.
them.
Yes, they wanted me to call them if we decide to go.
Yes. So for now, it is good to know, Great Bishop, that you would be able to do that, and we would have to make adjustments of how we would want to garner any information.
Yes.
I suppose it isn't possible for a kind priest to go inquire about the fires.
He actually seems to be thinking and just goes,
I'm not sure if you have anybody you can trust on that, though.
I'm not sure. I can prod. Do make plans if that does not work out, Slow. Yes? I can get you into the
Of course.
district, but that is about it.
Understood. Sorry for interrupting your lesson.
No, it's fine. I think they're thankful for it anyway, he says, looking over the acolytes knowingly.
Is it alright to join in with them more politely?
If that is what you wish, you are more than welcome to.
Or Cassian, I do not think I have anything else to do other than wait for the others.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
I have a meeting today.
Oh?
A meeting. Do you know Moreb Halforken?
Yes. Lich Bane.
Yes.
Ah, you know her title.
She is the one who sent us down there.
Mm-hmm. I want
Do
to
you want
know.
us there?
No. I'm curious as to why she did that.
You know, I think I wasn't even a silver rank, but they made me a silver rank to send me down there.
That is
None of
not
us were.
done.
We were all coppers, and they bumped us up to silver because they couldn't send anyone who wasn't a silver on it.
Moreb
And
is not the kind of person to sacrifice needlessly.
She looked sad when she sent us.
I think
I thought that was weird then.
Knowing what we know now, I think she was forced.
Yes, and she wouldn't bow to... There must be something over her head. Hanging. A sword.
A
No.
king.
The regent.
Well, if it is how we think it is, and a ranger pushed influence upwards, and the influence then came back downwards, it could force their hand.
Yes. Also, do keep that in mind. Everyone calls him king, but he's not. He's a regent.
Regent means he is under control of somebody else, yes?
Yes, this is a Aurelian settlement, after all.
So, the real power behind this is in the real, not here.
Well, that part is debatable. He has support, love, people that would master arms under his control. But he's
But
not
there is still
king.
somebody he somehow answers to.
Yes. Well, I will attend this meeting, and I will see what I can glean.
Thank you very much.
More Red Parfalcon will be away from her office. I like to walk and talk.
I understand. What time in the afternoon is your meeting?
After the midday bell.
After the midday bell. I look over at Cassian. Maybe I need to make my way across town, you know what I mean?
Now, would you actually, I know you offer kindly, but would you excuse me and my acolytes? You're distracting.
Of course.
Sorry.
Thank you, Archbishop.
He smiles.
Sorry for the interruption, everybody, and leak out.
Yeah, you
Tail
guys
between the
able to
legs.
leave. Suitably cowed and chased off, of course.
Yes.
And as you head on
Nim
out,
is actually attempting extremely hard to make it look like she has the colors of somebody who has been
shamed.
cowed and shamed. So she is trying
Give me a
really
deception
hard
check.
to focus on that. Because that's actually hard for a Trixie to do. So I don't know if I can do it.
Oh, you might be able to. Give me a deception check.
I don't know. She might. We'll see.
Hey,
Oh,
Nim.
not bad.
Nim, for the first time in your life, you fake your colors.
Oh my gosh. This is hard because now I'm feeling this well of pride.
Yeah,
Now
they
you're
immediately
excited.
shift.
This is this is a fight. This is a fight all of a sudden. No, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
All right.
What that
and
must feel like.
constipation mostly.
Rowena's following her, going, "Are you okay?"
I'm just so upset right now. Sorry, Rowena. I just didn't realize we messed up that bad.
As you guys hurry out, that's where we're going to end
Your
this week's
colors
session.
are all over the place.
All right. Okay. Everybody take 2,000 experience points. Everybody take a point of piety. And we will do this same time next week. Taryc, you will be attending a arranged fight club.
Okay.
Gotta punch somebody.
Yeah.
Which that's